Hello there. My name is Sloan, aka Art Plebe, and you're watching Strange Hungers on Total Party Kiss. Strange Hungers is a Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition horror campaign. It details the secret history of the infamous Fulcrum Expedition, and is played in the homebrew world of Senelji. Join us as our characters venture deep into an icy wasteland and discover the secrets of the chaos at the borders of their world. Please be aware, this campaign includes themes of body horror, trans and queer experience, religion, violence, and loss of agency. As such, viewer discretion is advised. Now let's meet our players. Kiara is an Aasimar Warlock Cleric multiclass and is played by Pooja. Pooja is an attorney and TTRPG player, writer, and streamer. You can find her on Twitter at Pooja and on Twitch and Instagram at Poojabberwocky. Barden is a half-orc barbarian and is played by Shan Benian. Shan is a freelance illustrator and comic artist whose work has been featured in the Adventure Zone Crystal Kingdom graphic novel and the Alleyman's Tarot. You can find them on Twitter, Tumblr, and Instagram at AnonBDraws. Owesh is a snow elf wizard and is played by Sarah Chafee. Sarah is a TTRPG content creator and performer. You can find them on Twitter, Twitch, and TikTok at SarahIsCoffee, also everywhere else on the internet. Tazriel is a tiefling orc rogue and is played by VJ Harris. VJ is a platinum best-selling DM's Guild author, as well as DM, TikToker, and writer. You can find him on Twitter and TikTok at VJH Creations. Matthias is a human paladin and is played by Sloan Smith. Sloan is a stream producer, graphic designer, and TTRPG performer. You can find them on Twitter, Twitch, and TikTok at ArtPlebe. And finally, Strange Hungers is written and DM'd by Alex Teplitz. Alex is a writer, game master, and TTRPG designer. You can find him on Twitter at Alder_Mancy and on TikTok at Aldermancy, as well as creating games on Ko-fi and itch.io at SwordGhost. Once again, our content warning. This stream will feature content including body horror, trans and queer experience, violence, religion, and loss of agency. Safety tools are in place for our players, and we can stop the stream at any time in the interest of their safety. Thank you so much for tuning in. And now, on with the show.
To Strange Hungers. It's so good to see all of you. I know it's been 2 weeks, but we've missed you very fondly. Last we left off, our expedition party were making their way from the corrupted city of Lye Castle towards the coast of Lower Skyholm and Lyeport. But first, they crossed the Asphalt Mountains over a precarious bridge, pursued by the Fire Knight Betrut Uthaya, chasing down Kiara in an attempt to bring her back to her duties in the Raj Empire. After a fiery battle, the party fled. Well, scared off Petra.
Yeah, thank you.
And then fled down the mountain to a campsite where they took an uneasy watch. We return in the midst of that watch. I believe it was either Tazriel or Vice or Kiara who was taking one of the last watches. We have not hit dawn yet. The morning sun has not yet begun to rise. We have one more watch that needs to be taken before the long rest is completed.
Owesh is awake at this point. They're up. So they'll just take the last watch. Yeah.
Okay. Will you give me a perception check, Owesh?
I suppose. If I must. Ouchies. That's a 9.
A 9. Fantastic.
I'm distracted. I'm thinking.
Yes. You are distracted, but there is one thing you note. There's a sort of shape that's moving towards you. You are by some campfire, some light. Looks to be maybe 6 feet tall, 4-legged, approaching the campsite.
I will kind of just prepare an offensive spell and hold it up a little bit so that whatever is approaching can see it.
You see a horse trot in the light of the campfire.
Yay! Is it a recognizable horse?
Yes, it is an armored horse, and there is a loose cord of rope tied around its neck with some kind of note that's been pinned to it.
I will investigate the note.
The horse sort of shies up to you, and you can tug the note off of the rope. When you unfold it, you see in very elegant handwriting just a little sign that says "Pass Master," and says, "This fella got caught in a net at the bottom of the ravine. Thought you might be able to make more use of him."
There were fucking nets. And Oesh takes the lead and brings the horse back into camp.
Your watch otherwise concludes nearly uneventfully, although there is still a snowfall. It is quite chilly, probably not affecting you much. But
yeah, Wastefully is still in like not winter clothes at all. Like is wearing a tank top and like loose skirts and is just vibing very comfortably. Oesh did want to have a conversation. Is Matthias usually the first one up in the morning besides the person taking the watch?
As long as everyone's okay with that, I've been trying to establish that. If anyone's like, no, I am also an early riser, that's totally fine. We're good? Okay, cool. Yes, then yes, he is usually the first person awake and gets up like sunrise or earlier. Yeah. So he'll be awake, comes out of his tent, does his usual thing, tea first, and then is gonna grab his sword and probably fucks off to find an open space where he can
running through those forms.
Yeah, begin. And Barden always joins him later, but maybe he starts with like, I don't know, yoga or something. Okay, yeah.
Wow. That's sweet.
Yeah. Do a little yoga.
So Oesh kind of watches Matthias do that for a good few minutes. Doesn't hide it or anything, makes it pretty clear that they are like watching. And what?
I do feel like he would note the horse, so perhaps we should start there.
Go ahead. Start with the horse. 100%.
I think that he would comes out of the tent, which he has still been sleeping in. Have I acquired a long rest?
You did take the first watch, so you need to sort of like finish up your preparation for the day to complete the long rest. But yes, at the end of like this conversation and you getting ready for the day, you will have completed your long rest.
Amazing. Okay. Where did you end up putting that horse? Is it like the campfire near
fully
you?
have it like beside me. Yeah.
Then I think that he probably like nods to you as he like starts to boil the water and then does a double take and looks at the horse and you and
I resurrected it.
Can you do that?
No, there were nets.
Ah. That's lucky. Looks a little guiltily at the horse. Because he did sort of let go.
Yeah, how does the horse feel about Matthias?
Let me roll to see if the horse is holding a grudge.
Roll for
Actually,
horse grudge.
you want to give me Matthias a charisma check using your wisdom.
Charisma check using wisdom. Oh boy.
Oh no.
Sorry, yeah. No, it's not a charisma check. A persuasion check using wisdom.
Persuasion check using wisdom.
That's mean.
Let me
That's
see.
good and mean.
Persuasion. Well, I do get my bonus because I am proficient. However, I'm not the wisest person in the world. So that
You
is
did just fall for the resurrecting horse joke, so.
11, 12, 13, 14?
The horse does not seem to hold much of a grudge. It actually seems pretty content. Maybe it was calmed down or taken care of. It's no longer soaking wet. Its mane has been brushed a little bit. So.
I would not have expected her to send him back. Considering.
I suppose she was worried about bad reviews.
He's gonna... Then he will drink his tea and he's gonna go start doing his shit.
Mm-hmm.
And regardless of, I mean, even if she is looking, he seems pretty focused. He is so
yeah,
sorry.
it's I don't know if Matthias would pick this up, but it's not like a, ooh, I'm checking you out,
Yes.
Matthias. Although Matthias does look very hot while he is going through his forms, of course.
Thank you.
It's more of a, they are analyzing you, kind of, you know, like taking you in very analytically.
Cool. All right.
But
Yeah.
as you run through, we're in a pretty open area. I don't feel like you'd be very far away. They call out as you like switch from one thing to the other, and they say, "You do that every morning."
Yes. With some exceptions.
How long have you done that for?
Well, it's changed, obviously, over time, but I have been training since I could stand, really. So, a long time.
Seems right. I've been meaning to speak to you about something.
And he's been, like, kind of continuing as this goes on, but as they say this, he will stand fully and turn towards them and, like, give them his full attention. Yes, what do you need?
It's about the temple. I am well aware that you may have had certain members of the party ask you questions about the last things that happened in regards to that room that we entered. Rest assured that I am not interested in asking those questions. I feel that it is a fair assumption to say that you have seen a good amount of death in your life. Caused it and seen it caused.
Yes.
I've seen my share. And something that I have noticed throughout all that I have seen, perhaps you have noticed this as well, is that the moment that someone realizes they are in danger of dying, it isn't really that danger that kills them, is it? Usually, in one way or another, it's fear. Or some other strong emotion. Maybe they could have gotten away without a scratch, but that fear is the thing that drives them right towards their death. You've seen this, yes?
Yes.
Before I criticize you, should use myself as the first example. You see how strong emotions, pain, fear, grief. I am not blameless in these things. I learned back in Aethri that I had lost someone who was close to me, and I allowed that to affect my decision on the boat, and you saw how that went. However, the difference between you and I is that you are our leader, Matthias. And I do not think that anyone but myself noticed. But there are members of this party who may not be exposed as much to death as we are, or the horrors that we are going to undoubtedly encounter. And if you give in to that fear in front of them, that could be the line between life and death for them. I'm not saying you are not allowed to feel. But there are times and places, and they are not when we are seconds from death. I hope I have not been too forward.
No. I appreciate your counsel. You're right. And I know what you're talking about. I share the same mindset. Aethri was particularly close to home, and I didn't do it all. I certainly allowed that to get to me, so I understand.
It is never done on purpose.
No. No.
If you ever need some expulsion of emotion, I've been known to be able to take a hit or two in my time. And I don't think I would be quite as affected.
All right. I'm sorry to hear about your loss.
People die.
They do.
Would you like to enter into a trade, Matthias?
A trade?
Yes.
For what?
Information. I allow you to ask me one thing. Any one thing. And as long as it does not endanger the people that I care about, I will answer it. In turn, I get to ask a question back.
You can simply ask me questions if you need to.
I don't enjoy trading or volunteering information without some kind of cost.
I don't typically engage in that kind of thing.
New associates. Always a time to start. The same rule applies to you, you know.
Yes, I know. I should explain. Regardless of how very clearly I think that the work that we're doing is very important, I value it very highly. And regardless of how small this group is or how little influence Fulcrum has, there's still a hierarchy. And have been chosen to lead this.
I have no interest in taking your place, Matthias.
That's not what I meant. I don't want to have to use my influence, however negligible it technically is, for anything other than keeping this group safe as best as I know how. And there might be times when I ask for information and have to insist that I receive an answer as truthful and in good faith as possible. So, even from my perspective, this isn't necessarily equal, because there is a hierarchy, and I have influence, so it's not necessarily fair. If you would like to ask me something, I would prefer that you simply ask it.
Stack the costs at the top.
It's not that... I don't understand your position, but I respect your choices. I just want to make sure that I don't want to take advantage for any other reason than to make necessarily decisions that will keep the group safe. So, if you have questions for me, you can simply ask them.
We'll see how you feel.
I'll ask questions, but you don't have to answer them.
Sig looks down Matthias. Lands on a space close to the middle distance and says, "Why are your hands blackened?" You've got them just for today. I was very excited when I saw that you had them because I knew that was the question I was going to ask.
It is an outcome of the trial that Knights of the Order of the Black Ice go through in order to join the ranks.
How was it caused?
I can't answer that, and it's not because I don't want to, it's because I don't know. It's simply an effect that happens once it's been completed.
Would you like to try to find out?
Could be interesting to know. Sure. He's gonna close the distance and will place his hand on Sig's hand.
Awaish will cast Detect Magic and then Identify, both as rituals.
Ooh.
Since you're looking for information about the cause of this effect, these spells don't normally quite get at that, but since you're casting both of them and expending that much energy, if you give me an Arcana check, I'll see what I can tell you.
Oh my
Arcana,
God.
you say?
They touched hands.
Touch hands! Pretty gay.
Pretty gay.
Okay, that
Touching
is
me,
what we were
touching
looking
you.
for. I switched my dice over. Fuck yeah. It's a 14 on the dice, so that is a 22.
A 22. Excellent. And I also want to know, what is your medicine modifier? What do you have in medicine?
Pretty high as well, I think. No, not super high, but it's a +2.
+2. Okay. As far as you can tell, this is a kind of damage that might be similar to frostbite. That's why I asked after your medicine. But it doesn't look like Matthias's hands are affected in any way by this blackening. Like there's no tremble or weakness. The flesh isn't decayed at all or anything like that. With those two spells, the closest school of magic that you might compare this kind of effect to would probably involve some kind of both abjuration and necromancy. So possibly a protective element, possibly a necromantic element, but
Interesting.
what you're reaching for with that magic, pulling on your history of study, you also learn that this isn't like some kind of magic ritual that was cast on Matthias. It isn't like there is a spell that is lingering on him or some kind of, curse, right? It's almost just sort of a transformative element. Like, this is his skin now. It's just blackened. It's similar, actually, because we've been having some of these checks, maybe similar to some of the natural magic you observed in Skyholm, where it's connected more to the landscape and the geography than any kind
Very
of...
interesting. And here is a question that I have specifically because I know that Awaish would be curious about this. I sensed the magic from Matthias's healing. I know what cast it is, essentially. Is this the same or different? Is it bone?
Yes. The flavor, I would say, is bone. Casting these identify, these detect magic spells, your teeth like vibrate a little. You can feel that sensation.
Awaish has been focusing very hard for about 20 minutes. They
sit down.
have your hand in what?
I sit down.
Oh yeah, you fully can sit down. And I imagine they were sitting down the entire time they were speaking to you, so I imagine that sitting when they took your hand would be easier. The way that they have done this with you, even though it's not normally a touch spell, either of these, I think Identify might be. Yeah, Identify is a touch-based spell. So as they've done this, actually how they did it is that they're holding your hand and they press fingers into the runes on their hands, and you watch the runes move up their arm, and the tattoo stays, but the glow of the runes moves up their arm and moves onto your hand, and then they kind of push them around the skin of your hand, and you feel a pressing, not unlike your own magic, that sinks into you and then kind of flakes off in a flying motion into the air before dissolving. And finally they finish, and she looks up and says, "Not the source of any pain, then?"
No.
Well, a bit difficult. But
I
not
think
impossible.
if you're interested in finding out more once we get to... Well, once we get to the Order, we can see what kind of resources we can find. It's a bit secretive, but we can see.
You would trust me with that?
I can't really imagine how you would use that to do something evil with.
This was just straight up like, "Hey, you're an evil bitch, but I don't think you got this one, Chief."
No, it's like, I wasn't trying to imply that.
I just loved it. I get what you're saying. It's just very funny to
his
me.
implication was like, I don't really know why, like how you would use that to do something untrustworthy.
They smile a little bit. Not the like hungry wolf smile that you have seen the entire time that you've known them, which is really the only smile that they've awarded anyone in this party.
Terrifying.
Just a small whisper of a nearly genuine smile. And they say, "A final request before I allow you to return."
Yes.
You healed me back at the temple.
Yes.
I am aware that we have a cleric in our midst. I would prefer, if possible, that you take head on my healing.
Is there a reason that you're comfortable sharing? Has something happened between you and Kiara?
I harbor no feelings towards Kiara, positive or negative. Bad or their magic.
All right. If
it's simply a preference.
If that is what you prefer, then I will do my best to make that happen.
I understand it will not always be possible.
But I'll try.
Enjoy your forms.
Thank you. I'm gonna go back. He'll walk away a little bit and then we'll turn back around. Oish, you are an incredibly valiant fighter.
I have had many leaders in my time. Some good, some bad. You have made choices that I can respect.
And there's a little smile on his face, too.
Strange noise. And Oish, you see bristling from Matthias's shoulder blade an arrow. I'm assuming that a natural 20 will hit.
Motherfucker.
Yeah?
Excellent.
Hello?
Do we have initiative? Do we?
This is a surprise round. The person who shot this arrow was invisible.
My god.
I need to roll some damage. Matthias, I'm going to need you to make a Constitution saving throw for me.
Okay. Bitches. Because we roasted you, isn't it?
I did roll a dirty 20.
Okay. That's like half. All right. You take, here we are, 30 points of piercing damage, and halved on, that is 8 points of poison damage. So halved from 16.
So I haven't gotten long rest yet? Alright. Okay. I'm unconscious.
Huh?
Does the 8 points of poison damage come after, or
After. No,
no.
collectively.
Okay.
That's one hit. One hit. You see Matthias sort of fall to his knees and then fall forward.
Immediately looking for where this arrow came from.
Yeah. With the perception check on watch, you didn't notice this figure. Using your passive perception as you're looking around,
It's
you
20.
can tell. It is 20. Looks like it came from the direction sort of up and behind you guys in the mountains.
I throw a magic missile towards it.
You do. Magic missile ignores cover, right?
Yes.
What about an invisible creature?
That I don't know. I think you have to be able to see them. Yes, that you can see. I think they throw it in the direction that they saw the arrow come from.
Okay. How about a wisdom check? Just straight wisdom for me.
Yeah, they're trying to, like, what's the word? Get whoever just attacked away, or at least make them reveal themselves. They are not going to call to the rest of the party for reasons that I cannot reveal yet. That is just a 10.
A 10. Okay. You throw a magic missile. There is an explosion of rock and snow. A 10 is what you needed. You see the snow sort of cover an invisible figure. Just in that explosion, in that moment, a small shape revealing sort of a beak, maybe, spread wings, and a outline of some kind of crossbow. And then you and Matthias can roll initiative for me.
Oh my god.
Ha 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 ha.
Sorry,
ha, ha,
Alex.
ha.
Quick
Boy,
question.
do we hear that?
Yeah, do we hear this?
For right now, you guys do not hear this. If a wage chooses to shout out, then you will be able to roll initiative. But
I'm
yet.
so sorry. I'll shout out on the next time, maybe.
No.
I promise. The person I can kind of see them now. That's what I was looking for.
You are aware of their position.
Before I could alert people, because
Sorry, Matthias, I cannot save your life because the wish is
I
rather let you
have
die.
a very
I'm
good
kidding.
reputation with this party. They're going to think I killed Matthias.
Oh no! Oh no!
But you will unless you wake him up.
I get it.
I need someone to take responsibility for what just happened.
Taz isn't gonna think you killed Matthias. I don't know about the other two fuckers.
3 words now. How can I trust you?
Pretty
I love you guys.
words.
Or those initiative rolls?
17.
Got a 4.
Okay.
I shouldn't have rolled in D&D Beyond, but I got stressed and I was playing Restrada last night.
Amazing.
She rolls on D&D Beyond.
I don't think I see Matthias in our One More Multiverse.
Is he not in there?
No, I think he's back in the temple, but for right now, I can pull out a version of him, I believe. Here we are.
Where's Maddie?
We've
Where's...
got this extra little Maddie here that you can control, Sloan, I believe.
Oh yes, secondary Maddie.
Oh, hello.
Ah! Oh my god.
Excellent.
Oh my God.
Excellent. Okay. So that was a 4 for Oish.
Yeah.
And what was Matthias's?
17?
Oh, God.
17. Okay. All right. And amazing. Put you guys at the bottom down here for now. All right. So that was a surprise round from an assassin, which actually auto crits anyway. So I don't know. It doesn't really matter that I rolled a natural 20. We're back to the top of the order, which is this creature's turn again. They are going to reveal themselves from invisibility.
Good.
As they step up. You see a dark bird, ink black eyes, covered in sort of carved porcelain white jewelry.
Motherfucker.
Dressed in dark robes with a blue sash tied around the waist. Some kind of crow kenku, maybe. They look down at you from their position on the mountain and shoot another arrow towards Matthias's body,
Oh my god!
which is a 17 to hit.
Is that with disadvantage?
No, not well. They are he is prone, so it's disadvantage. But because they are, yes. I gotta check one thing. That is a 16 to hit.
Yeah.
With it. Okay, that is 2 failed saving throws. It's your turn, Matthias.
Hello? Clone.
Do I add anything to this? I rolled a 5.
No.
So that's a fail. So that's 3 failed death saves.
Wait,
That is 3 failed death saves.
sorry. I'm sorry. Quick question. Isn't it 1's death save for ranged attacks and then it's 2 for melee?
I believe that when you that might be. I've got to check on that.
I thought it was an auto. Oh my god, when you click the third X mark, it says in parentheses, dead at the front of your name on your character sheet. Just in case anyone wants to know. That's a thing that happens.
God, please.
Oh my god.
Oh, God.
I believe this is an assassin feature.
You and your homebrew shit.
Yes. Because of the... Oh, I need you to make a constitution save, Matthias, I
Oh,
guess, before the...
Fuck's sake.
Yeah. Okay. Sneak attack.
Fucking
Yeah.
6.
Okay. Yes! Oh, fantastic.
I'm sorry for roasting you, Alex. My god!
Yes, that will be 2 failed death saves. Well, you can't really make a nature check when you're dead. But there's some kind of venom or poison that's been coated onto these arrows. Oish,
I'm
it is your
dead.
turn.
Matthias is dead. For the record, in case you were wondering, I'm dead.
Oh my god. Can I tell?
Another arrow bristles from his shoulder. It's hard to tell if he's unconscious or...
Right, but like, can I roll to try to tell? Because that really informs my next move.
Yes, if you want to, I'll allow you to use your bonus action on your turn. Either to, I'd call it investigation if you run over to him, medicine, or if you just like take time to lean down and check, you'll be able to check his pulse. That doesn't really require a check.
I guess I'll do that. Fuck. Fuck. And Thig looks up. How far away is this person?
They are up in the mountains, about I'd say probably 60 feet, right at the crest of 60 feet
60
from
feet,
you.
you motherfucker. Oh, that's not my range. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. I am going to cast Tasha's Mind Whip at them.
Okay. What kind of save do I need to make?
An intelligence save.
That is a 6.
Okay, take 3d6 psychic damage. Can't take a reaction until the end of their turn.
Noted.
Moreover, on its next turn, and let's choose whether it gets a move, an action, or a bonus action.
Okay.
That is 11 damage.
All right. 11 damage. This bird calls. You can hear it in the distance through the snow. 11 damage. Are you shouting out on your turn?
Yeah, they shout, "Get down here, you motherfucker!" And I think that that's loud enough for everyone to hear.
Okay. Will you other three roll initiative for me? We are back to the top of the order. It is Fret's turn.
Motherfucker. I thought maybe...
Fucking knew it. Fucking knew
Hey,
it.
Shan?
Look, I didn't mean.
To clarify, this is a backstory character for a future character that appears in a different campaign that originally came from this region as an assassin.
Fine. It's fine.
Movement, action, or bonus action.
Yep.
Sort of calls out to you in this strange voice. Debts always get paid. Doesn't really sound like it fits the mouth it comes from, and then is going to use a movement to try and disappear deeper into the mountains once again. Matthias. Awaish. I need those initiative rolls from everyone actually for this next round.
27.
27. Okay, then
Oh,
you.
motherfucker.
Amazing. So you'll actually, if you go next, not Awaish. And then Kiara.
16.
16. Okay, and Barton.
Dirty 20.
Fantastic. All right, so then we'll do Taz, Barden, Kiara, Awaish. So you hear this shout, and you are awoken from your long rest.
So me and Kiara are just kind of like, Kiara's legs like thrown across me and just arm crooked. I'm just like, and I like wake up and kind of like, my bad. I wake up and like startled and just kind of extract myself a little roughly and then like rush out of the thing. No armor on, which is fine. Very dexterous boy. And
what does Taz wear when he sleeps?
Very important detail.
We paused this combat to ask a very important question.
Oh shit!
Wearing.
Okay. I was gonna say he'd be wearing his leather thing, but he's not going to because you already know what's going on.
Oh,
so
shit.
He has run out of this tent with just his like long like kind of trouser things on and chest out. Like everything's just out. Okay.
Titties out?
Yes,
Titties
out.
Damn.
X out. He runs out, sees Matthias
And
just
Awaish
on the
is like crouched over the body, staring up at the mountain.
Okay, Alex,
Yes.
if I use my movement and bonus action to like rummage around, grab my healer's kit and run over to Matthias, can I still action to try and use the healer's kit since I don't know he's dead?
Yes.
That's
Yes,
that's what Taz would do. He'd be like,
I can also say that if you're running towards and it looks like it, I can tell you what's going on. But
oh yeah, you can totally see the healer's kit
as
like
you're
in
running,
my hand.
I'm gonna like hold up a hand and say, "It's too fucking late. Catch them."
How far? Okay, so far does it look like this person is from us right now?
So you can't currently see because they did duck back into the mountains approximately 90 feet, and Awaish does know the direction and where they disappeared into.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck. Oh, God. Wait, sorry, say the distance again?
Approximately 90 feet, but you're not aware of their exact position.
Fuck. God damn it, I don't have anything.
Oh. One more person I need to add to my initiative.
I wish I had wings. God damn it, if I had wings right now.
Tell me it's the horse.
Yeah, totally.
Or is Vice out hunting rats?
Oh god. Oh god.
Vice
Oh,
is
no,
wrecking
Vice.
rats.
Oh no. Oh, Vice.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Doing Taz.
He's gonna. Oh my fucking god. I can't. There's nothing.
He's messaging me.
He's gonna shout out in frustration and cast Vicious Mockery, which is not gonna hit anything because out of distance and he can't see. But
All right. Give me a second. That would usually be a saving throw, but I would like to hear what you shout out in Vicious Mockery, if there's something you're saying in particular to whoever did this.
Yeah. You forfeited your life, and his eyes will flash that his weird psionic coloring, and like there'll just be like this. It looks like the script that uses Infernal is like coming out of his mouth towards like off into the distance.
Fantastic. Are you using any movement to get closer towards the mountains, towards the direction they were looking?
Oh, fuck me. Alex, how much?
Your bonus.
I have 70 feet of movement. Holy shit, Alex, how much? I'm sorry, how much movement did I use to go into the tent and get healer's kit? How much movement do I have left?
I'll call that you woke up, you came outside, processed what was going on, 10 feet of movement for all of that. So you have 60 feet left.
Run, baby, run.
I'm going 60 feet closer. Wait, Alex, sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. I misunderstood that I had I don't know why my brain spaced the movement.
All good.
It's still gonna be you forfeited your life, but I'd actually like to use expend a psionic die and cast Dissonant Whispers.
Amazing.
So this motherfucker needs to make a wisdom. Wait, no, not a wisdom. I think it's an intelligence saving throw, which my DC's not that high yet. But they will take damage regardless.
11.
Sorry, wisdom, not intelligence. Does that change anything?
10.
You failed! Okay, I'm sorry. Let's see.
Never apologize.
Never apologize.
Oh, fuck me. Okay.
What are you doing, Sloan?
Unfortunately, this fucker has to move away from me.
All right, it has to move away. Got it.
Ooh,
Get fucked, assassin.
For everybody playing at home, Kiara is only a level 4 cleric.
Oh my god.
Figure out what that means for yourself.
I was wondering. Holy shit.
22
Big
points
is
of
gonna
psychic
call
damage.
you over. Like, they told Taz to not do it because they know Taz's, like, capabilities. But they don't know if Kiara is high enough level.
Taz, you also get that glimpse of this small, dark bird. And you say your life is forfeit, and you hear sort of called out from around a boulder just as they, like, slip behind. Poison, dagger, arrow, intimidate.
That, Alex, I can't move myself, but I think I'd be closer at that point. But also, yeah, that is my.
There you are.
we go.
I'm so sorry.
All good.
Punched my mic out of.
Shit, I think that works.
You're allowed.
I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I'll be back.
I just like go crazy climbing up this motherfucker. Like,
Yeah,
You're crazy, ghost.
gigantic Oni clambering through the mountains.
and that's my turn.
Arden, it is your turn.
I wake up to this screaming, and yeah, you see Barden try and like basically pile out and just in a different outfit because they were getting ready to do their like morning routine with Matthias. So she's dressed up differently because she's got her nice range of clothes now. But she runs out. She's like, "What the fuck? What's happening?" Oh. Awaish.
They look up and go, "Where the fuck is Kiara?"
Okay, yeah, Barden's gonna go grab her. Just gonna like yeet out of that tent and just go to the next one.
Hey, Kiara is awake. It's just not my turn yet.
Oh, I know. I fully know. I'm not
Okay.
blaming you as the player.
Okay.
No, I know, but like, Barden, you probably would see that, so don't
Okay,
waste your whole action on me. I'm right there.
Can I see that Matthias is on the floor?
Yes, with two
Okay.
arrows. Well, one arrow is hard to see because he fell like face down and it came from his chest, but there's an arrow in his,
How far
his
are they
back.
away?
From where you are coming out of that tent with our little ruler here, probably about 18 feet.
Oh, that's nothing then. Yeah. Barden's just gonna go, "Sorry," and pick you up, princess style. And just fucking
Healer
run.
delivery.
Okay,
Yeah, just-
so you pick Kiara up, and I said this in chat that I was going to make a very gay choice. Kiara was fully sleeping in Taz's shirt.
Mm-hmm. Good.
That Taz is not sleeping in.
Yeah, adorable. Love this.
Which, I mean, to be fair, it's kind of a dress on her.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
It's very long.
If
She can definitely
Waste
see this. And
recognizes it and goes, "Oh my god!" They immediately are like, "They fucked. Our leader is dead, and they fucked."
Why does it? They did not happen at the same time, and it did not happen.
I know.
Okay, but yeah. Barden is running with Kiara in her arms, and she's like, "What the fuck happened? Like, is he dead?" Just drop, like,
Yeah,
gently
Oasis
puts
is
her
like,
down.
no time for explanations. It's just like, put that fire to some fucking use, and like pulls Kiara towards the body.
Slow
I think for my
this.
action, I'm just going to prepare for anything coming towards her. You know, like shield out, just eyes out. Because if there's a freaking arrow, there might be more arrows. I don't know what's happening. Oasis doesn't tell me. This is the best I can do.
So, do you want to take the dodge action then?
If it would be dodging into the way of other people,
Or I'll allow
Like,
you to.
it's
Let's
like a
call this sort
protect.
of a protect. Yeah. If you want to take your sort of a help or a dodge, I'll say that you can sort of dodge in the way, which means that I'll give disadvantage on an
Yeah.
arrow shot towards you or Kiara or
Yeah.
people who are right around you.
Yeah. Cool.
Okay. It is Fret's turn here in the mountain, sort of like reeling back. And Tasha's Mind Whip, that effect is over now, or does it continue for multiple rounds?
It's 1 round.
1 round. Okay. Peeks out to look at Tazriel and says, "Targets must have a purpose, not just for coin. They must benefit the interests of the family." And is going to shoot an arrow towards you with a natural 1.
Nice. Get
What was
fucked.
that before?
Reaction, hellish rebuke.
You have to take damage for
Oh, fuck me.
hellish
Do I have
rebuke.
to take damage for that? Damn it. Fuck. Okay.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Shoots there and then is going to use movement
Yeah.
and bonus action to move
Rogues.
30 feet and hide.
Hate rogues.
Hey.
Rogue on rogue, baby.
Okay.
Your rogue is fine. I hate assassin rogues.
That would have been
Assassin
Taz.
But they're so sexy though. Have you considered that? That
Not when they're killing our hot himbo.
Kiara has considered that. What?
After that,
So is Matthias, actually.
pushing open the flap of a tent,
No.
a dark pink skinned tiefling emerges, shaking her hair with her rapier in her hand, and looks towards Oesh, Kiara, Barden, runs over, drops to her knees. What happened is he...
He's dead, and they're getting away.
Not again, not a fucking another one! No, no! And she grabs him and just like heaves him up to her chest. Fix this! Fix it! And that's all she's going to do. Kiara, it is your turn.
Okay.
Yeah, Kiara, fix it.
So Kiara, who was awoken by like being flung off of Taz, was like scrambling to get to her feet in the tent, was then princess carried out by Barden, legs a dangle, dropped onto the ground next to dead group daddy. Has been yelled at by Owen.
Yeah,
And
get yelled.
twice. Okay. Fuck me. Okay, so she's standing there and getting yelled at and staring at Matthias and drops to her knees and says, immediately puts her hands on him, and in that moment the instinct to bring him back and heal him is so I don't want to say like primal, but innate, that instead of casting a spell, the healing comes out from her being as healing hands. She uses her healing hands, her innate ability to heal, to try to bring him back. I'm assuming it doesn't work.
That's
You-
very sweet.
Lay your hands. Matthias's body is ice cold. Your hands, nothing happens, but you pull your hands away, and instead you're practically steaming with the force of it. Just ice crystals where you had touched.
On my hands or on him?
On him.
I'm not strong enough to bring him back. I can't do it.
My God.
I don't know how to do it yet.
It is your turn, Awaish.
Fuck. Awaish casts fly on themselves and goes to chase after this assassin.
We're gonna take a break for 10 minutes, and we'll see you guys back in 10. Love you all so
Okay.
much.
Swear.
Bye.
Bye.
Hello.
Hi.
Welcome back to Strange Hungers. Matthias is dead.
Yay.
The party is pursuing an assassin. Awaish, you have cast Fly on yourself, and you are... I believe you have 30 feet of fly speed, correct?
That's a good question. Normally with fly it's 60 feet, but I think this might
Oh,
just be
60.
my movement.
It might be 60 feet. It's still the fly spell. It's just
Yeah.
flavored
Oh, okay.
differently.
If it's the fly spell, then it's 60 feet. Something I
Yeah.
learned last night.
You do have 60 feet of movement, which means you will be able to catch up to the assassin if you'll be able to get a view of where she is.
Okay. I do that. That is my action, so that's pretty much all I can do.
You can use your 60 feet of movement to get closer in range, I believe.
Yeah, I mean, I flew and then I made the movement, and I think that's
fantastic.
My turn.
Okay, it is back to your turn, Tazriel.
How this motherfucker hid from me?
They did hide, yes.
How far away were they when the last time I saw them?
You had traveled. They moved. Approximately, you think 40 to 50 feet from you, since they did like disappear into the mountains. You heard sounds of movement, and then the scuffling stopped. So you were around 20 feet, and then they moved again on their turn.
I know exactly what I'm gonna do. So I have 70 feet of movement because I'm a movement and bonus action, and I'm going to get within. Is where I last saw them a place where they could like. Okay, Alex, I'm assuming.
I can give you a little description of the area if that helps you out.
Please, yes, please.
Of course, yeah. So you guys have kind of come down to a flat campsite down off of the mountains. So there was sort of like a winding path that you did travel down from the bridge. The area that you're climbing up into is sandstone boulders, caverns, and crevices. So there are a lot of areas to sort of duck in and hide. It's not like big open cave areas, but it's more like mountainous terrain where it is sort of steep and sloped. It's not exactly like you're just 50 feet and you can see in a straight line, boulders to duck behind, snow is coming down. There's not a ton of visibility. It does mean that you can like climb up a little bit to get more of a perspective and see down between some of the boulders, but it's hard to get like a straight line on anyone in this area.
And would it be my action to try and find them? An investigation check?
I sometimes allow like people to do checks, like medicine checks and things as a bonus action. That's a homebrew ruling.
I used my bonus action for my movement.
You did. Then yes, it will take a full action to do a perception check to try and spot the assassin against their stealth check.
Does it have to be perception?
You could use investigation if you're looking for maybe tracks or scratches. Snow is falling down, so there is the potential where you could examine, in that way.
I am proficient in perception. Yeah. I'm gonna use my. Actually, 1 second, Alex. Let me check something.
No worries.
Do I have to be able to see this person for this?
Everything's fine and cool and fine and cool.
Everything is so fine and so cool.
Yep, it's fine. Everything's
At least
great.
Matthias died after getting half of a compliment.
At least Matthias died after not having the worst conversation with the wizard that anyone's ever had.
Wizard had one good conversation, and you killed someone for it?
Alex,
I've learned my lesson.
Yeah, Tess?
Feel free to say no to this. Is there any chance is there any chance I could have said as soon as I attacked actually no, never mind, that wouldn't have worked then either. Yeah, I'm gonna use my action to investigate.
Okay, give me that investigation check.
Natural 20 for 27.
Fucking rogue on rogue violence. I thought I was safe with a 22. I thought I was safe.
Psych,
You gotta stop thinking that.
I do have to stop thinking that. Tazriel, almost imperceivable, but a single black feather in the snow, with a small crack between two boulders. And as you sort of glance around and follow it, there's a slight reflection of light off of two beady black eyes hiding there.
Eyes focus on this motherfucker. I found you. Teeth bared. And I can't do anything with them, but I'm gonna summon the daggers just for like a show of like,
naughty bird, naughty bird, naughty bird.
What?
and
It's your turn.
Listen, I know, I understand kangaroos, but the fuck?
The shopkeeper was saying back in the...
Yeah. Varden, it's your turn.
When I
Nice
remember
catch.
things, it makes me so happy.
That was a nice catch.
Yeah, Barden doesn't know what to do. She's kind of stuck. She's kind of got her shields out, and she's trying not to look behind her, to look down at Matthias, because she knows that it will fuck her up if she does. And she just sort of calls behind her, just like, Kiara, can you do anything? What can we do?
I mean, you definitely heard Kiara's very distressed. I'm not strong enough to fix this. Like, I can't do anything.
Barden is... She's going to where Taz was. She wants to help. She can't help here. She's gonna use her 40 foot of movement and just try and get closer.
If you take your action, that'll give you 80 feet of movement.
Point. Yeah. Can I reach Taz?
You can, Taz, you had traveled 60 plus another 50. You're not quite getting up to Taz, but you can see him through the boulders. You can see the antlers peeking up above.
Doesn't actually... I was about to say she yells, but no. She's... Like, sword is in there, shield is away, and she is, like, crawling up this mountain. Just makes her way up.
Okay. That is Barden's turn. It is the assassin's turn. Hiding here in the crevice, looking at you, Taz. Sort of peeks out into the light. You see this dark black beak. And will you give me a history check since you are closer to this creature now?
you know what? History is going to be my next expertise proficiency. That's what I'm getting. It's not bad. Oh, okay. 18. 16 plus 2.
18. Fantastic, because I did really want to give you this information. Specifically, since you've trained as a Brightling and you are also a rogue, you are aware of other factions and threats that might be posed to the Raj Empire, which means that you recognize, as this creature leans out, the sort of like marking on the crossbow that they're wielding. This is of a particular make. It looks like you can insert some kind of vial into the crossbow and then like use it to coat the arrows as they are shot out of it, or bolts as they're shot out of it.
Ooh.
And with that recognition, considering you are in Skyholm, and also some of the things that the creature was saying possibly sound like some kind of code. Not code as in like secret messages, but some kind of code that an assassin's guild might hold to. You think that this assassin is a member of the Scalpuli, which is a group that is basically trained and paid assassins for hire associated with the Hartshorn family in Skyholm. You wouldn't know particularly the Hartshorn thing because we've kind of established you're not super familiar with the families. I know Barden has been telling you a little bit about them, but knowing the Scalpuli, if you had done any research, you know, or other people who had heard of the Scalpuli would know that they are associated with the Hartshorn noble family here. So this is someone who is for hire in particular.
How do you spell that?
SCAPULI. This creature peeks out and looks at you and says, "Flames burn brightest in the dark." And then reaches for a pouch and throws down some kind of dark smoke that billows up and disappears.
The smoke or the assassin?
The assassin.
Fuck!
Just did a magician like diversion. Psh! And then when the smoke clears, the assassin has, you think, cast some kind of invisibility spell. And then that is action, bonus action, and movement.
Taz is just gonna shit. He's not gonna do anything. He's just standing there, like eyes wide, like wild, furious eyes. I actually kind of think,
Yeah.
like as soon as this motherfucker disappears, and I'm like, just in that moment, I was like, I found you, and it's like I'm about to end you, but they disappear, and I think some of his eyes are still the color of his like cyanic ability. I think some of it's like leaking out, like kind of like the weird like little wisps on the side.
Stands under.
But yeah, yep.
Okay. With that, I'm going to say that we are out the limp cold body.
Hold on a second.
Really?
Holding.
Stream.
Are we live?
Yeah, it's for everybody.
I think we are.
We are live.
Hi, are we back?
There we go.
We're back.
We're
Yep.
back.
Oh, God.
Also, sorry,
Thank you.
before we come back, Button would have picked up the feather.
Got it.
Yoink.
Barton would also see like the energy crackling out of the sides of fucking Taz's eyes.
Amazing.
Later. You need to get back down.
Vice flips Matthias over onto his back so you can see where the tip of the other bristled arrow has sort of bent from where he fell, lying there in the candlelight.
You want someone else to do that?
I can do it.
No.
Vice shook her head, so yeah, we
Oh, okay.
step back.
Mm-mm. He's so fucking cold.
I think, yeah, Kiara is trying to like prestidigitate like heat back into him, like basically technically prestidigitation, but basically Kiara's trying to pour heat out of her own body into keeping him warm, which is the opposite of what you do with a dead body, but whatever.
Doesn't seem to be very effective. You almost have to, it's a little painful to touch him. His skin is so cold, and you see like you brush, a spark from your thumb across his shoulder, and just more ice crystals are forming around him and around his hands and around his neck.
If Vice will let her, Button would kneel by him. Just her head bowed. Just quietly crying. Just
Matthias Markhart.
shoulders shaking.
Thank you. Matthias Markhart. You open
Hey.
your eyes to an expanse of white.
Was there like a transition into this place, or was I just suddenly like, huh?
You felt a deep, tugging pain, and then it disappeared. It's almost like you felt something, you felt the pain, you close your eyes, and then you open them, and you don't feel the pain anymore, and you're just in a white space.
What is this?
Blinking again, you can see there's sort of shades to it. Hard to make out, but pillars, archways of a more shiny or iridescent white. These arches that spread out before you in a row.
He slowly approaches one of these arches and is going to touch it and take a closer look at it.
The surface is smooth and terrifyingly familiar. You are reminded of that dream of the temple when a massive rib cage cracked through the walls.
Hello?
Hello, 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 hello. Your voice echoes.
Who brought me here?
Who brought me here? Who brought me here? Who brought me here? The enormous rib cage that you are standing inside begins to shake. That whiteness dims just a bit, so it's less blinding to see. And you see far in the distance, in the shape of a gigantic skull, bigger than any mountain you've seen in the waste. A cathedral. Where there should be eye sockets, stained glass bends inward, blues and whites glowing. The teeth of this gigantic skull, almost avian in nature, but with curved horns that spiral out almost infinitely side to side. The teeth are gold, carved in patterns, stories, sculptures, faces so large that you think one of the inset carved statues on one of these giant molars is 4 or 5 times the size of you.
He's gonna start walking towards that cathedral.
You walk. And then you arrive. It's sort of like a dream where you're not even walking that long. It feels like a long time, but you're just standing in front of it. The jaw is open, and you see within the space of this hollowed out skull, floating lights and shades, shadows that move and stir within. Indistinct edges, large, small. And there is another figure who is standing underneath one of the teeth. Slowly turns to look at you away from the shadows as you approach.
Hello?
At long last. This person, their skin is almost entirely blackened, except for part of their face and their throat. Ice crystals grow from their back. Hands long and clawed. Bones erupting at points on their arms in spikes, but elegantly, so elegantly. Tips gilded. Patches of skin where you can see glimmering gold marks like freckles. Entirely inhuman, but there is a glimmer of something in the eyes. A weariness. That's almost like you're looking in a mirror.
Who are you?
I am what you will become.
I don't understand. Did you bring me here?
Everyone comes here eventually.
Thanks for the raid.
Thank you for the raid.
I just died. Let me roll for something real quick. Okay. Matthias looks to the arches that are made completely of bone and then back to this being with golden tips on their fingers, which are long claws attached to elongated hands, and the similarity between that and the figure of the Father of Rot, and then looking into their eyes and seeing the same dark circles. Is this your answer to me?
I suppose. I am a servant.
So you're not. What?
Some things do not have voices, but we can still listen when they do what they do.
Am I dead?
Yes. And no.
How?
You made an oath.
How did I die? I was speaking
I am
with...
not sure of that. I do not know how they die. I am just meant to guide and protect them on their way here.
My... What do you mean, my oath?
Figure reaches forward. With
Draws
one
back.
clawed finger. Taps on your chest. And you look down, and similar to this creature, from where the arrow had hit you, a spike of ice grows out of you.
So am I to move on? This is it?
I do not think my watch has concluded quite yet. You have not accepted all of the burdens that you have been given, or learned to appreciate all of the blessings that have been laid upon you.
Is this... When I took that oath, I did not know anything of this.
Some people have a purpose. Some people have a fate they get to choose. I do not know what brings you to this role. I only know what brought me to it. But I do not remember well. It has been a long time. Someone needs to be here. This place needs a champion and a guardian. Needs it.
And if I refuse?
You can join the shadows here. You can refuse. I do not know what will happen because I did not.
And how are you chosen for this?
I thought I was a monster. And it turns out that my power and my strength were for a purpose. I do not recall exactly what kind of monster I thought I was. But the world spine exists within you and within me and within all of the creatures here. So I suspect that it was my deference and my devotion that made me eternal.
What is your name?
Debian.
Where do I go from here?
I think it is time for you to go back.
Will this always happen?
What is your name?
Matthias.
Matthias. I will try not to forget that. Matthias, that which is dead cannot die. But it can fade.
Are you fading?
It was nice to meet you. Yes, I think that I am. I am very tired. But I will have patience. And I hope I do not see you again soon. And with that, Champion turns back to look at the shadows behind them. And their jaw slowly closes down around you, plunging you into darkness. And there's another piercing stab of pain. And you wake up, staring up at the sky as it snows. At 1 hit point.
Shit.
What do you do?
Dara's there with hands on you, tears streaming down her face, pumping healing charms into you.
if that's the first thing that he feels when he opens his eyes and kind of like sees the faded faces in the periphery kind of coming in to focus, probably pretty scary. You feel his hand grip your arm, like his hand just flies up and wraps around the entirety of your arm as he kind of like gasps for air as he is looking upward at the sky. Eyes wide, kind of glossy, and darting around a little bit. Probably like somebody who's just like coming to, someone who's just got knocked out, who's coming to and is a little bit fuzzy. But he's just breathing and his eyes like don't necessarily seem to focus on your face. Doesn't really seem to be a lot of recognition yet. But his eyes are open.
As soon as you grab her hand, Kiara's going to use the free hand to like grab your shoulder to kind of prop you up.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god, you're back, Matthias. You're okay. And that hand like instinctively bursts out in a pulse of heat because she cannot let you slip back down. And as she like without really thinking, instinctively pumps a 2nd level cure wounds into you.
Nice. The moment that Matthias took that breath away, she like summoned an attack spell, and then seeing that you were not in fact
Not again.
undead, we'll stop.
Zombie.
It's a good thought.
Listen,
So
I see people die all the time. They do not see people come back.
16 hit points.
Thank you so much.
I have one more thing to tell you, Sloane. Your maximum hit points have been reduced by 6, and your strength score is now 21.
Oh.
Sorry.
I'm sorry?
Little tradesies.
Little tradesies.
Mm.
And you
Does
know what
Kara
happened.
feel the stronger grip on her arm?
Well, if you wanna tell Kiara what she feels as you grip her arm, you're welcome to do that. As you grip her arm.
Oh yeah.
Don't worry, I'm beefy.
No, yeah.
I got a high con.
But if it's what I'm thinking, then probably doesn't feel it immediately because she's also kind of in like high stress mode. But eventually, there's a certain clarity that comes with like sharp pain as you feel like almost like someone has wrapped a belt with nails on it around your arm. There are these five sharp ends pressing into Kiara's skin because black claws have grown from Matthias's, whereas regular fingernails were. They have extended and sharpened.
What's nice?
Yeah, what
See
happens
this?
with Vice?
Right? Well, it's probably like wrapped in this way, so I don't know how much other people would see it over Kiara's hair and everything.
That's true. We can say whatever we like. I'm fine with people seeing it. I don't mind at all.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's got a big ass hand.
He's got a big little
I think that he could probably like easily wrap his entire hand around. I mean, Kiara's pretty beefy. She got like biceps, but
He's got some clawed grippers.
Listen.
Yes. So you wake up and Kiara pumps that healing into you, and Vice had actually like stalked away a little bit. So when things are said, she turns back around and looks to you. Matthias, you can tell that she was trying to hold back tears. She looks at you where you are on the ground and says, "About fucking time."
and I want to say that his like eyesight is still a little bit blurry, and he can't really he's having a hard time discerning. Seems a little insensate, but I think that he is still like gripping onto Kiara and definitely looks in the direction of Vice and recognizes like the sound of her voice. And we'll just say her name very quietly. And then lays back down, I think.
I also wanted to take a second and just do a little check-in. How are we all feeling? Everyone good? Anyone need a break or anything? We're all feeling great? Okay, fantastic. Very glad to hear that. Take it away.
I was gonna say, Kiara is going to, once he lies back down, just going to take that hand that was holding you up. Now it's not, you're down. And maybe like gently peel your hand off her arm and hold it between both of her hands. You don't really see much of a, like, there's a surprised reaction, but well, you know, you're not the first friend in the last 48 hours to show strange things happen. So, you know.
And he's gonna be lying on the ground for a hot second, so if anybody else wants to do something.
Yeah, Awaish is gonna go, what the fuck?
And his eyes kind of like flick around blindly for a moment and then just says, later.
Looks to Vice. Does he make a habit of doing this because he was dead?
This has not happened before. If that's what you're asking.
The dying part or the coming back part?
Have you died before?
People who die don't typically come back.
Yes, Markart, Valerian, have you died before? Is this something you chose not to tell me?
Of course not.
I would have liked a little bit of warning.
So would I, especially with the dying part. What happened? As he's starting to come to, he's like, what happened?
Kiara is just gonna hold your hand up. I think you came back with gift.
What happened?
An assassin from the Scapulae killed you.
Fuck. They're gone.
Yes, they got away.
I mean, lifts the feather, twirls it between her fingers. I mean, we do have this. If we can get someone who knows how to use it.
Then we'll hold on to it. We have to go. And he's gonna roll over onto his side and begin. He like gets up onto hands and knees and then is gonna start pushing himself up. We need to go.
It is
Wait.
immediately there, like, hands out, offering to help him up.
Valerian, come here.
Yeah. He accepts that.
Rajling, you too. Vice comes over to you, reaches towards your chest, and then yanks the hilt of the arrow out of it without warning you.
Yeah, that's the best way to do it.
Yeah. Kiara's got a hand on it. Immediately, we are first level cure wounds.
Okay, and that's 2d8.
Yeah.
Look it up.
That is
Couldn't have been worse than
9
anything else that just happened.
3. 12 HP.
Okay. I will also say, because I did delay your long rest, Matthias, that you can use your hit dice and take a long rest now to heal back up. And the rest of you also gain the benefits of a long rest. If there's any rolls you need to make for starting the day off, you're welcome to do those now. You did take time to rest at a campsite, so you get all of your hit dice back, all of your spell slots. everything like this. If you spent spell slots in the fight and you want to keep those marked down, you're welcome to. But if you want to like say you had a short rest or something after this little fight, you're also welcome to do that. And if you need to,
Okay. Well, I'm gonna keep the second level spell slot marked, but I'll take back my pact slot.
Yeah.
For the first level cure wounds.
Alex, quick question. So the information I got about the Hartshorn family, I don't know anything about them as a family, but I know the name in reference.
Name.
In reference to the scapulae.
Barden told you about the Surduct. You're probably like, you had heard of the scapulae, and you're like, one of the damn families, and then Barden told you the names of the families, and you're like, oh, it's that one. That was the one that the assassins are.
As soon as Matthias is like travel ready, I think I'll bring it to like the group's attention.
First, it's the thing that I want to do is before we travel, and actually like before we even get going. He requests that everyone, as he's kind of like hunched over, he motions toward everyone else to come closer. And as everyone gets within a certain amount of feet, he's going to cast Pass Without Trace.
Smart.
We're going to need to move as quickly as we can while still trying to cover our tracks, so this will help. It doesn't last for long, so we need to make good time.
Does that include the horse?
Yeah. We get him within 30 feet. Horse without trace. Sorry about that. Yes, go ahead, Taz.
Yeah.
I don't know much about this family, but the Hartshorn family is associated with this Assassin's Guild. Matthias, they said something about it. It has to be useful to the family, a target.
Alex, I'm assuming that does not ring any bells for me.
The Hartshorn family you are familiar with, as well as the Scapulae. But you don't know why they would particularly target you, because the Scapulae, once again, the Scapulae are similar to the Vanguard in how they operate, meaning that they aren't like,
okay,
they're not. Yeah, so useful to the family. Hearing that, it might mean something like it's a well-paying job, or it doesn't conflict with the family's political interests. But it doesn't necessarily mean that this assassin hated you, in particular.
Has the Hartshorn family recently had a tiff with the Fallow family?
History?
Can I roll history as well?
That was pretty good.
Yes, you can, because you're from here.
Where my goddamn history at? Oh my Jesus Lord. 15. I rolled a 17 on the die.
Oh.
And what was yours, Barden?
It's only a 13.
13. As far as both of you know, the Hartshorn family isn't well allied with any of the other families, but they are tremendously wealthy. So they don't have any ongoing conflicts as far as you've heard about in the past 10 or 20 years, while you two you haven't heard of noble house kind of bickering back and forth, but you do know that they're not very popular. They're also sort of the furthest from Aethri. They're located in the Bonewood, which is again, very opposite from where you guys are. The Fallow families, they're pretty close to Falport, but yeah. I think Barden, even with the 13, Siren hates them. He is not a fan of this family.
I was about to say Siren might just have some sort of gossip, so I might have a...
Yeah.
I have no idea. I don't know. I've done nothing to... Well, I haven't done anything recently.
Maybe it's your family, who you are. Maybe someone just doesn't like the Markarts. You're the eldest, aren't you?
I am.
Take out an heir. I hear that's what people do.
I am not the heir.
Do others know that?
Yes.
Let's speculate on the road.
I think that is advisable.
When did you get a horse?
We have a horse.
Wish, without explaining, just walks to the horse and starts getting it ready to go.
It would appear that the past master has safety precautions.
Kiara is going to go also next to the horse and try to pet it and ask it for some reason. Hi, buddy. What's your name? She can't speak with animals. I don't know what she's doing.
This horse has been calmed down, but I think that it is Kiara. Actually, Kiara, give me an animal handling check because this horse is either going to really like you or not like you at all.
Didn't you fucking light this horse on fire? Didn't you accidentally hit it? Oh no.
Uh-oh.
What is it?
Oh boy.
At least it's not a -7.
This is
+3, so it's a 4.
okay.
But no, it's not. It's a natural one.
This is kind of like the like Tangled movie thing where like the rider and the horse like don't like each other. Like Petra and her horse were hunting you down, so it's more like a very smart horse. It's like you. Or maybe it's like recognizes like, you know, you look maybe a little bit like Petra, and is like sniffing you for treats and you don't offer a treat and then you got off on the wrong hoof and now the horse is grumpy at you.
Does this horse remember me?
Oh, do you know this horse?
Do I know this horse?
You know this horse.
Yikes.
This is Petra's horse. Yes, you know this horse. It
So
doesn't
you
currently
left.
have-
Petra
You
was sad and the horse saw.
Yeah. The horse picked up that you hurt Petra's feelings and is like,
I hurt your mommy's feelings.
Petra got the horse and the divorce.
the horse doesn't currently have a name, but if there is a name that you think would suit it, being, you know,
Yeah, I'm gonna look for
Raj
Indian
said.
horse names.
yeah.
I'll do it.
Cool.
Oh my god. And also now, insult to injury, Kiara doesn't recognize the horse.
That's true.
I'm putting
Wow.
my
Is
fucking
there-
armor on today, for the record.
Yeah.
Good.
Excellent
Is this
choice.
space on the cart?
Away, hitches up the horse to the cart, and looks to everyone and says, "I'm assuming Firmarkart will be riding."
I can walk. You
There's
know,
the
should
giant
you?
fucking war horse. You should get on it.
he's gonna walk. He's started walking.
The horse's name is Arav, which means gladiator.
Oh, I love
Nice.
that. Can you put it in the chat so we can see it?
Yeah.
Matthias,
You're so masculine. You're so mask.
Yes.
Yeah, you see Awaish give you the biggest incredulous look of like, I knew that you weren't as smart as me, but I didn't think you were an idiot, but just keeps going.
I knew that's what you'd say, you dumb fucking horse.
I'll sleep when I'm lying down.
Sorry, what was that? You sleep when you're dead?
I'll sleep when I'm lying down.
Unfortunately,
I'm never gonna
you
be
will
dead,
never
apparently. No rest for the wicked.
Amazing. We will set off on our final day of travel towards Lyport. I know there's some other conversations that might be had over the course of this travel, but for the purposes of our plot, I'm going to say we can have them in a tavern in a port city when you guys have some warm food because you are trying to get out of these mountains and this snowfall as fast as possible. So I'm just going to need one animal handling check. This is sort of an unfamiliar horse for whoever is directing it. Kiara will have disadvantage if she wants to do that. And if you guys want to take another perception check, you're welcome to do that from anyone.
I'll do the animal handling since I'm fucking with this horse.
Perception.
I only have
Kiara's
a
gonna
+2,
hang it.
but
Kiara, I'll do perception. Kiara will also be hanging at the back, and whoever's with her will maybe notice that she spends the entire time fidgeting with the rings on her hand. So
Can
12... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Can multiples of us do the perception check? Sweet.
Yeah, I rolled a 15, so do better.
21.
Nice.
And I also pass without a trace. You guys usually would do a Gruth stealth check. I'm actually going to say in this case, because you're traveling fast, that what this is going to count for is it's going to let you travel stealthily at a normal pace for the first leg of your journey, meaning that it's just harder for any creatures that are pursuing you to perceive you or find you. So you're not leaving tracks, even though you're traveling through snow. You get through the mountains at a normal pace while still being careful.
It only lasts for an hour, so I am going to cast it twice, but I'm going to try and do it at like strategic places where there are like chances for people to veer off in different directions.
Are there any like pine trees?
Not
like nearby?
Pine trees. Again, not a lot of
Are there any
growth.
branches?
Yes, lots of those strange birch trees growing here.
If Kiara is Kiara sat on the back of the cart? Is that what you said?
Yeah, Kiara's kind of the back of the group.
Before they head out, Pardon's just going to hand you a branch and just be like, if you just kind of swish behind us, you know, just to disrupt the tracks, that might help. Because my brain's just like 101 Dalmatians thing at this stuff. Before she heads back to
stim with, so she's not stressed.
Yeah. Just like, it'd be really helpful, you know, she's trying to, like, you know, she saw she was struggling earlier, just like, it'll really help, you know. I know the authorities to set our
I'll try that.
Yeah, just
she's like,
you got it. You got
the
it.
temptation to draw is strong.
No.
But then she heads to walk behind Matthias, just like watching him for if he falters.
Oh.
Then
14
after
horse.
Oh, 14 for horse. This horse enjoys your presence.
Yeah, I'm a damn delight.
This horse recognizes your disdain for Kiara and is like,
They don't disdain Kiara.
They have no feelings about you.
Oh, it has no feelings.
No feelings.
no feelings. Don't touch me. Don't heal me. That's like feelings
Not
to
all
me.
about you. It might just be your magic.
This is like if there was like a Sims meter, the horse gets like a little +1 and says like, I am fond of you. I think it's also because this horse has a similar like personality where it's like a business horse, right? It's like a war horse.
We're both here for a job.
You're both here for a job. This horse is very well trained. And so you're like, let's get on the road. Let's get going. You direct it. And Arav is like, yeah, damn. Let's fucking go. I've been waiting.
Nice.
Quick question, Alex. If I sidle up next to the horse, how does it react to me?
You want to give me an animal handling check?
Everyone wants the horse.
No, I'm good. I'm good. I'm not gonna.
The thing. Relationship meter. Everyone wants to gauge the horse relationship meter.
I want to redeem myself from that -7, and I got
The horse did kick you. A -7. Take a disadvantage on your animal handling check.
What?
Please.
You did roll a -7. That was pretty impressive.
I mean, it was, but it wasn't.
Right people, wrong time.
All right, that's fine. It's a 13.
A 13. Okay. Ambiguous. You settle up next to the horse. It stays concentrated and it doesn't like sheer away from you or anything.
It's
You know,
business. It's all
doesn't have
business.
beef.
It's professional.
It is a
Yeah,
You
professional
have a
horse.
professional relationship.
This is a professional war horse.
Professional horse.
I'm gonna buy this horse some treats.
Butter them up. So yeah, if there's other little things that you guys are doing on the road, if there's, like little training things, we'll get to that stuff later. But for now, after about half a day's travel, 5 or 6 hours, you were awakened at dawn and you got on the road pretty early despite that little fight. So it comes to about noon or 1, when you are cresting down the mountains further, and the area sort of evens out. Most of the people that you had seen traveling ahead of you had gotten further ahead of you because of the fight with Petra, and there aren't a lot of people pursuing behind you, you assume, because, there aren't people pursuing behind you because the bridge was taken out. So you are pretty isolated in this travel down towards Lyport, but you do hear the sound of the ocean far off, and you can see an expanse of blue coming into view behind sandstone and white snow patches and cracked cracked boulders and birch trees. The Kvekdal on the coast here, a massive beach of red sand.
Take 1 second, Alex. My shit's fucky again.
I gotcha.
I don't know if they can hear us. I don't know why this is happening.
Hello.
Can you hear us?
Hear our
chat?
sexy voices.
Hello, calling in from 105
What's up,
point.
babies?
That's a little sexy, Vic. You gotta be careful with that.
What if I think we're back. We're good.
Nice.
What if you what, Alex?
If we're gonna take a break at any other point during this, I might close OBS and then reopen it
we're
and
back.
run it
Yeah,
as
we're back.
administrator. Because someone said that could help. I don't know. But anyway.
Y'all let me know when you're in the mood for another break. I was thinking we would do one in 20-25 minutes. But we can take one when we need
Sounds
to.
good.
Sounds fine.
All right. And you probably would need to buy those.
Yeah.
Cool.
Got it.
All right. You come down into the port of Lyport, and I'm going to pull us all over there in one more multiverse.
Wow.
What if I make MIP?
Mip.
Mip.
Mip, mip.
Mip, mop, moop.
Bye, Frat.
Bop boop. Meep bop boop.
MIP.
Oh.
Ooh, noises.
Oh, I'm still in. Why is it showing me? It's still showing me the camp. That's weird.
Oh.
I'm down.
Range.
I just got ported.
Oh,
Oh, I need
I can
to turn
hear
that
things,
down.
but I'm
This
still
is
seeing
great,
the camp.
but
That's so weird.
Yeah,
I'm
I see
reloading
the
my
new
view.
place.
I
Yeah,
see it too.
if you need to
Reload.
adjust your volume, you can go over to your user settings in the icon in the upper
There we
left
go.
and adjust your volume down.
Now I'm
Oh,
here.
thank you.
All right.
Okay.
And Taz, I think you might just need to hop back in and you'll be good.
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh,
You
wow.
come to
It's so cute.
Lyport. It is a lovely seaside town. I gotta get your horse again. I'm gonna have to keep your horse on retainer. There we go. Arav and your cart. There are a variety of taverns here. Matthias and maybe Barden. You guys are slightly familiar with this. You know that this falls under the jurisdiction of the Lykar family. The main tavern here is known as the Foamy Oaf.
Foamy
hear me?
oaf. Yes.
Yeah.
Foamy
Yeah.
Oaf. Okay.
The UI on Multiverse has changed. Where are the user settings?
The upper left. If you click Verse Home and Settings, and then scroll down to User Settings.
Okay.
There you are.
It's on the M icon for me.
Oh, I think I'm still in GM mode, so it's fucked somehow.
No worries.
I can
will,
put anyone on the map right now,
I will mess
but I
around with
can't
that.
change my sound setting. I'm so sorry. It's very loud.
I will turn it off for right now.
Okay.
Or- Here we go.
Sorry.
I got you.
Oh, that's perfect. Thank you.
Okay. You see the lovely town of Lyport here. As I said, it is just cresting into early afternoon, but there are a variety of folks wandering around. You see market stalls, the scent of fish and salt around here. Yeah. Welcome. What would you all like to do?
I am going to get us a tavern. An inn, a place to stay.
Yes, please. Food? Also, Kiara has gotten dressed at some point.
Good to point out.
Just in the cart.
Kitty's
So
out in
has
the car.
Taz. but I think he left his shirt off the entire, like he was too pissed off about what was happening. So he was shirtless until Matthias woke up.
Mm.
Oh no, Kiara didn't get dressed until after Matthias woke up.
Yeah.
Varden has
She was there
definitely noted the.
She was there basically in your shirt for however long it took Matthias to come back.
Woof.
They all think we fucked. That's in Taz's head at this point.
It's fine.
Listen, if they think we fucked and we weren't just being gay instead, like that's on them.
I have access to the sound now. I reloaded and it rebooted me.
Amazing.
Cool. Yeah, I'll head the way of the tavern. I don't know if I have any specific things that I am looking out for here, but I don't know if I've been given any kind of code.
I think
tavern first. If anybody wants to go do something else, that's fine. But that is my first priority.
Kiara wants to head to the tavern, but she also wants to keep an eye out for a jeweler.
Okay. How are you going about finding a jeweler? Are you talking to people? Are you just wandering and looking?
I'm asking Matthias.
Oh. You wanted to go find a jeweler, correct?
Yes, I have so many things I can probably sell and maybe try to get something more useful. Because Kiara, as you know, is covered in jewelry.
Alright, yes. Would I know a jeweler here? Something like that? Or would I know how to find out where a jeweler might be?
Yeah, you could ask at the tavern pretty easily. This is a bustling trade port. It is like connected to across the wastes and also down like the Parelian coast. So even if you don't know, like, I could recommend a jeweler off the top of my head, you are aware that there is definitely going to be a place here. You could find someone. So
I think
ask in the tavern, you're fine.
Perhaps asking a local might be better.
Okay.
I am not often looking for jewelry, so I wouldn't want to send you in the wrong direction.
One day we'll accessorize you. It's fine.
Oh. Do I remember where the local post office is?
Yeah, well, you can follow the posts.
Oh, yeah.
Follow those posts.
There are a series of posts that are down by I'd say probably just by one of these houses up here. I'll even like put up some little posts and some birds, and it looks like it's a smaller, not a super nice post area, which is strange. It'll like attached to the back of someone else's house, and like there are windows that are open and birds that are flying in and out and bird droppings just all over the roof.
Yeah, Barden will head that way. Just be like, I'll meet you guys later. I've got some things to send back home.
All right.
Okay.
Oh, can you send this too? Kiara hands an envelope to Barden, and it definitely says Beloved's name on it.
It's the tiefling you met, right?
Yes, friend. She was so sweet. She wrote me a letter, and I just haven't had a time to send one back.
Would someone be willing to go with Barden so that we're not going out alone?
Barden, if I came with you, will you go with me to the jeweler after? I need money anyway, and I don't have any. So one of you two have my money.
Yeah, absolutely. I can help you get to the jewelers, and then I can drop off these letters. Right?
Taz will speak up. Kiara, I do have your split of things. Also, would the pair of you like
A chaperone?
You want to come with us?
No. Would you like a mind connection in case something goes wrong?
Yes.
You can always reach out to me.
That is
Be a pretty good
idea.
And I can now do 2 people. Wait, no.
Yeah.
Can I do 3 people?
Yeah, you can.
I think I can.
Yeah, you can.
Nice.
I think I can do 3 people now. I can do 3 people now.
Yeah.
But I'm only going to do it for you 2.
What are you doing with that?
You can
having
just
a hard
come
time
into our
moving.
tent. It's fine.
You don't. Is it that you don't trust us? She's teasing.
he this is what his face looks like when you.
Where are you all the way over there? Go back.
I was just trying to look at what was
Kiara
going on
will,
down
like-
here, but I'm having trouble moving. If you can move me back up to where I was before, I'd love that.
I'll get you.
This is an incredibly difficult task, but Kiara is going to somehow manage to get all the way up to your face and kiss your cheek.
Slime.
There's climbing involved.
After you do that, Awaish says, "What are the contents of that letter?"
Which one? Mine or Barden's?
Yours.
Did you spot the name on it?
Barden said, "This is that tiefling you met." Out loud.
Oh, right. Fair. I'm just responding to her earlier letter.
Is there a purpose to why you're being vague?
Is there a purpose to why you're asking about my letters?
Yes, I do
Contents
not
of-
trust her.
I mean,
You do.
okay, but I'm not telling her where we are. Besides, she's not the one chasing us down. That's Petra. I'm not writing her letters, I promise that.
There's also an unknown assassin who is chasing us, and you are sending an unprotected letter to someone that we met for 2 days.
Well, this letter isn't what brought the assassin down on us. I haven't sent it yet.
Awaish has decided to not spend any more energy explaining why this could be dangerous. But instead says, "I'm not the leader, I don't make these decisions." And keeps their cool.
Listen, I'm sorry. You try to tell Kiara what to do. Bad things happen.
Sure.
The mind connection will last for 5 hours, and if you get outside of a mile from me, it won't work. But when you come back into a mile, it will.
Hopefully, we won't have to go that far.
It's just Barden tucks the letter along with the other ones that she's got. She's like, let's just head out.
Kiara, do you want your money?
Oh, yes, please. Can you give it to Barden? Because I don't want to have my pockets picked.
I'm
I'm her bodyguard, obviously.
No, you're my friend who's better with money.
So I'm going to take Kiara's 360 out of my own coin, which I keep outside of the box because I don't want to pull out this big box and just replace it later. So I hand a couple, I hand a few, 360. Yeah, I hand like 2 pouches of coins to Barden. It's the full 3. Actually, I'll say it in your head. It's the full 360 gold.
Smart.
Do we really need this much?
I have no idea what they want to buy.
Okay. Tucks it away in her shirt. Alright, anybody else got any posts they need taken? Very good. Awaish, you got anything for Siren?
Excuse me?
Just wondering if you had any posts for him.
No.
I will give you a 3rd pouch, Barden. If you see any minor healing potions, there's 100 gold. Well, there's 125 gold in here. If you see any minor healing potions, could you try and get 2?
Alright.
For me.
I'll keep an eye out. Tucks it again. You definitely seem to need it.
So Matthias and Awaish are heading to the tavern.
Oh,
Matthias, Awaish, and Tess.
yeah, I'm going with them.
Okay, great. And then you two are setting off on some errands. The post office is over here. Wait, let me ping. JK. There it is. The post office
Oh, okay.
is over there, and there are some variety of lovely stalls that you can visit as you are wandering around here. If you're looking for rooms in the tavern, I will begin then with Matthias Oash and Tazriel. Cool. Okay.
Nothing crazy.
Yep, pretty fast. You step into the Foamy Oath. It is a rowdy and poppin' tavern. Very, like, classic, I would say. It's got some fun, maybe, like, cool gothic, like, wooden window arches that's going on. You know, that little taste of Skyhome. You also see a lot of banners that are related to the Raven cycle here. So there are, like, you know, the kind of the symbols of the Lykar family that you saw back in Lykastel. Looks like the mark of the family is very present here. So some people are wearing, like, you know, symbols that represent their connection to those gods. You see, like, carved birds, you know, up in rafters, etc. But mostly, it does look like there are a lot of sailors in this pub. It is hip hop happening.
Approach the counter. We have, let's see, 1, 2, 4, 6 people in our party. So I'm going to approach the counter. Hello, how much for 4 rooms?
You're up, man. You look so fucking dour. 4 rooms. A dwarf slams his fist down on the counter.
Apologies, I've been traveling.
Well, you're here now, aren't you? Lots of sights to see on the coast.
I'm very excited to see them.
Can I get you a drink?
I'll skip the drink for now, but maybe my other party members would be interested.
I'm sure they would be interested. I make the finest ale on this side of the coast.
I'm excited to try it later. How much would those rooms be?
Oh, 4 rooms. That's going to be, let's see. How long are you staying? Just a night?
2 nights is fine.
2 nights. All right. That'll be 8 silver pieces, please.
Okay. Oh, I'm so tired. 8 silver pieces, baby.
Matthias.
He's so sleepy.
This dwarf you think might be high.
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh, it's that kind of place.
Why is he offering me drinks?
Why is he wasting my
ask.
time?
I'm straight edge except for drugs. Come on now.
With your insight,
Oh, you mean not straight edge at all?
you guys, I think the 3 of you can tell that this dwarf is high.
I hand over the 8 silver pieces.
All right. He passes you keys. He gets someone to like direct you to where the like sort of rooms are. There's 2 separate areas here. You have the main tavern, and you have like, you know, another building that are the rooms, and you can drop off stuff there. It's not a crazy nice tavern. There are like deadbolts on the doors, but
I pass the keys. I pass 3 of the keys to Awash and Taz, and I say, you all can decide amongst yourselves. And then I go to the room that has a single bed, the 4th room. I open the door, I go inside, and I close the door. And I lock it.
Vice says that she is going to go for a walk, and she'll be back shortly, and she's gonna
You can stay.
go inquire.
You can also stay.
I will.
Like, you can.
Yes.
Okay.
She's gonna go. Said, I'm going to go inquire down at the docks a little bit, but I won't be too long. I know we're trying to keep it safe.
Okay. I'm gonna stay in my room.
Okay.
Okay, so wait. So do we need to figure out? Does Vice need one of the 3 keys that we have, or no, or yes?
She's fine.
Okay.
Vice fucks off.
Mm. Kiara will probably be sharing a room with either me or Barden, so.
Okay. All right. So you've gotten your rooms. Arwash and Taz, are you heading back out? Or are you getting some food?
I think that's up to Taz, actually. Awash is staying a little loosey-goosey right now. Honk honk.
Uh, um,
Gotcha,
Taz, if we're in the area, Taz will look at you, say, I could use some food and a very stiff drink.
Fair enough. You know I've got that question for you whenever you're ready.
Sorry.
Ooh, excited.
As soon as you say that, and I think I'm assuming what I just said to you is us still like up by our rooms,
Mm-hmm.
and like
Probably in the hallway.
yeah, Taz will look around. Is there anybody else around us right at this second? He'll kind of sigh. Noish, to be honest with you, I will answer whatever question you're going to ask me because my word means something to me, but the biggest part of me feels like after what happened on the boat, that maybe I don't owe you that answer, but my word is my word. So ask away.
You are seeking with this to establish an uneven power balance between us. A moral high ground, if you will.
And this is the look he has on his face right now. I don't understand you. This isn't me seeking a moral high ground. It's me telling you I've said as much already but I lied to you over something small, and you betrayed us. And it's not me trying to be morally superior. I don't know all the things you've done. I know I've done terrible things, so I don't think I have a moral high ground to stand on in general, but just looking at the situations, I'm still gonna answer because I gave you my word.
You believe I betrayed you. What do you want, Tazriel? An explanation, or are you content to keep throwing accusations at me the same way you did the moment I woke up?
Believe. What is betrayal to you, Oesh? Is there just a fundamental misunderstanding about what that word means between us? Because because I know you're not unintelligent. I already know you're brilliant. So either you're lying, which I don't think you are, or there's just something we don't understand between us. Because from where I'm standing, we're your companions. We're your companions. These people who you may or may not know, these people, they attacked us, grievously wounded me, and you set them free? Like that is, we bled together before that. That is betrayal in my eyes. What?
Fine.
I want to understand.
Tazriel. We have known one another for 10 days. I have loyalties that run deeper than 10 days. That said, I did not believe that my actions would cause injury to anyone. That was a miscalculation. It was not intended to hurt the party or the mission. However, I acted irrationally because someone who I loved very dearly had died, and I learned of it 3 days prior, and the person on the boat reminded me of them. I am sorry. I won't let my emotions get the better of me again. But I assure you, it was not betrayal.
There's a long, moment of just silence from Taz, and then I understand now, and I'm sorry for your loss.
I get over things quickly.
He's gonna leave that alone and just say, ask your question if you still want to.
Your questions have left a sour taste in my mouth. Maybe another time.
And he'll head downstairs.
Sarah and VJ both take a point of inspiration.
Ooh, yeah!
Yeah, but damn it,
Oh,
Sarah, I want to know what this question is. Fuck!
I'm anxious.
That was a great conversation.
Oh, boy.
With that, I'm gonna hop back over for a bit to Kiara and Bart.
Mhm.
Okay.
Where the tone is real different.
How are the besties doing?
Doing good.
The besties are doing good, I think. Well, they're unscathed, and I think depending on what Barden's mood is, Kiara comes from a celebrate life culture, and so her natural reaction to a brush with death is, we're not dead, we're here, we're in this city, there's so much to see, there's so much to do. And so Barden's probably being dragged around by the hand every time Kiara goes, ooh, shiny, all this stuff. And there is a little hint of forced lightness at first, but I think it's one of those fake it till you make it things where as the time goes on, it does become more authentic. We're actually out here having fun. Let's do it. But yeah, that's and then eventually they'll go into a jewelry store.
Yeah, Baden definitely lets them drag her wherever they want. She's just kind of laughing. But as they get close to the jeweler shop, she goes, "Are you sure you want to do this? Aren't these from your home? Do they not have any meaning to you? Your rings?"
I mean, they do, but I think there's something else I can get that would be helpful and actually have a purpose, as opposed to these, which are just pretty trinkets.
You sure you don't want to keep one? Are they gifts?
Some of them, yeah.
From your family?
But no, not family. From friends.
It's nice to have reminders of that.
Yeah, but I don't need all of them. It's okay. Let me, it'll be fine.
Okay, just saying that we've got money, but she can't replace.
I know, but, you know, like, I don't know, maybe too many reminders of home can keep you tied down there. I don't know.
I can see that. Just wanted to ask. They are very pretty. Sure, you get a lot of money.
Do you want any of them?
She kind of pulls up her hands, her big, thick fingers, and just sort of goes, I don't think they'll fit me. Anyway.
Garrett's taking off her thumb ring and is going to put it on the hand that has a little finger.
That's all right. Wait. Are you... I'm not sure if it'll... I'll try it, but... What does it look like? What one is she giving her?
The one that you're getting is it's probably it's a thicker band because it is a thumb ring. So it's a thicker band of smooth gold, and there's tiny gold like balls, like just kind of in a pattern attached to it.
Are you sure? It's really nice.
Yeah. That one I bought for myself. So that one is from your friend to you.
Thank you. It's really beautiful. I never really got gifts like this. It's not really things you give in a Furbolg family, but as you know, and sort of points to the. Oh, no, sorry, I just remembered, and just sort of go. She just remembers and goes. Oh, actually, goes for a bag, and she pulls out the friendship bracelet that she's been working on, and it is Raj colors. It's reds and gold, and she goes, "This is what Furbolgs do. We make bands of our friends' colors, and I thought this would suit you. I know it's not quite like your jewelry; it's not shiny, but
it's better. You made it with your hands."
Could I put it on?
Yes. And Kara immediately like shoves all of the bracelets like up her arm.
I very delicately puts it on and just ties it very tightly. Just goes, yeah, that's our way of doing friendship. It's the only way I know.
Well, you know we're officially best friends now.
Didn't think we needed jewelry for that, but yeah.
No, but you know, now we have the status markers.
We just have to
Some
make sure
people
to show
have
them
wedding
off.
rings. We have bestie bands.
I mean, that's not far off from Furbolg wedding bands, but not quite.
Really?
I mean, they're all about fabric and making things, and wedding bands are too solid. They don't change like relationships do they? You gotta grow.
Wait, I'm sorry. I got distracted. Are we wives now?
No. If I was asking you to date, you'd be wearing my colors.
Oh.
That'd be black.
What are your colors? I need to keep an eye out if I see them on anybody.
Just sort of, wearing dark shades. Maybe the yellow. That'd probably be it. You give people you love or who you want to love romantically your colors. It's like a courtship thing.
This is.
But, yes. Anyway, let's get your jewelry sorted. I might actually, if it's okay, I'll leave you there, and I'll get this post sorted. Is that all right? It's some more sensitive stuff. Gotta make sure.
Okay. But just so you know, I would never put anything in this letter that would harm us. I know I haven't experienced much in the world, but I'm not an idiot.
I know. I guess we should just Oh, they're an elf. They've probably experienced a lot more betrayal than we have. Actually, how old are you? You're an ASMR.
24.
Oh. So you're not old ASMR yet.
Well, no, I'm not old, but
I
I'm
just
also
met
not...
a lot of ASMRs who just look different to what they actually are, so...
I mean, I don't know how much I will physically change over time, but no, I am pretty young, and that's why I'm out here to try to get all those experiences. But also, once again, I'm not an idiot. I have somebody on my tail chasing me across multiple towns. I'm not going to try to give our position away.
Well, fingers crossed, this beloved is not the type to snitch. Fingers crossed. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Kiss on our forehead. I'll see you in a bit. Maybe I'll see you soon. You remember the way back if I don't catch you.
You'll probably be back before I'm out of here.
Probably. Fingers crossed there's not a line.
Oh no.
Post office.
Just be big and intimidating. It'll be fine.
Oh, you know me, I'm a softie. Make sure you keep your murder face on. They might give you better prices.
Okay, this kind of hurts my face, but okay.
Actually, maybe just use your charm. That might get you better.
Okay, I'll try that.
See you in a bit. And she heads out.
And we're gonna take another little, do I want a 5 or a 10-minute break? Probably 10-minute. Let's do a 10-minute. Okay, we'll see you guys back in 10 minutes, and then we'll wrap up with our last little bit of our episode for today. Okay? Yeah. See you in a bit.
Where's the... Okay, bye!
Hello, we are back. Welcome back. Thank you for bearing with us. I know we had some little tech things, but we return to the town of Lyport as Kiara heads off to a jewelry shop and Barden splits off to head to the post office. Kiara, if you did get to, like, you know, I would say you had time, you know, to talk, maybe pop into the tavern and ask around. So the jewelry stand that you find, I'm going to ping you down over here. And then I'll drag you. Yeah, there you go. Right over this way.
I'm bebopping my way over.
Amazing.
Hello.
There is this sort of open market stand with mannequins that are displaying different kinds of armor. There are a variety of like gilded knives and daggers and things, and then hanging on these like little strings are just tied bunches of jewelry, like rings that have sort of been chained together, necklaces that are dangling, and there are a few people that are wandering around here. It looks like an older human woman is sort of like sitting behind the cart on a stool and reading a book while people are looking over the wares, occasionally talking. There is also another young woman who looks to be around maybe your age who is perusing through some of the jewelry, carrying a staff, sort of a staff with a point at the
end. If the shopkeep is looking at Kiara when they walk up, Kiara will kind of like, you know, look at the hanging jewelry and eventually ask, do you buy jewelry or do you only sell it?
Oh, I can buy and I can sell.
Okay, great. And Kiara is going to try to find rings that look the most similar to ones that she'd find at home. So I'm specifically thinking of anything that looks like a Vaniki ring, which I do know that it is of, like, you see that elsewhere too. Like, it's not an Indian only thing. I don't know if I could put it in the Twitch chat, but I'll put it in like our chat. Yeah, I think I can.
Oh, beautiful.
And do you have jewelry made of platinum?
Platinum, that's a bit fancy, but I do, in fact. We have a arrangement with a mine that's sort of further down the coast where they are able to find a bit of rare minerals that's required to make that particular alloy.
So if I asked, could you have something custom made, how long would that take?
Well, I have and she like pushes through and shows you some of the hanging rings. I have some of these that can be customized or bent. I make everything here
Oh.
myself. So if you need me to just adjust something or resize something, I could do that here for you. Or you could come back around in, 10 minutes.
Kara will pull off two. One is her size, and one is definitely bigger. And she's like, "Well, I was hoping you could make it look a little bit like this." And she will take off her own Vanki ring, just to make it easy. It doesn't get in the way, and it's easier to get on and off.
Absolutely. Here, pass it over here. And she takes out this little chisel and like sits up on her stool, spreads space on this little market stall. She kind of pulls out this little workbench area and very carefully with a jeweler's kit begins to adjust and resize and bend these little platinum rings so they fit to your specifications.
How much would that be?
Well, the resizing and adjusting, that's totally fine. Platinum is a bit of a rare material, so probably one of these that's going to cost you. What do they need to be worth for the spell? 50 gold?
Let me check again. I did take that. Here it is. At least 50 gold each.
Yes. So because there's a bit of a markup because of the trading, it's going to be 120 gold for the pair.
Would I be able to knock the price down by giving you some of what I have? It's all gold, real gold from home.
Where is home for you?
The Raj.
Oh. Well, that is exquisite, and it can be a little bit hard to get some jewelry that's sent overland from the Raj, since I don't have as many connections to the coast. So, yes, I'd probably be willing, if you let me look over some of your pieces, to knock off about maybe 20 gold as trade.
Okay. Of course. And Kiara will take off like probably 4 separate rings and one of her necklaces.
Okay. She'll take those, she'll look them over, judge the quality, compliments the make of them, seems to know a lot about different kinds of stones and mines and things in the Empire, probably more than you do, so she like notes that this one came from this valley or this area, and says, absolutely, do you want me to package these up for you, or are you going to wear them now?
I will wear one now, and then they tuck the other one away and pay 100 gold.
Okay. You can mark that 100 gold. You now have the components for that spell. And you also do know that, of course, you have another day or two here in Lyport, but this is a good seller if you're looking for any kind of weapons or armor upgrades or things. This is a person you could come to. She introduces herself as Madam Lila.
Oh, Madam Lila, it is wonderful to meet you. And I will definitely be telling my friends about you. I personally don't have much use for gestures towards weapons, but I think my friends do. Do you sell armor?
Yes, actually. I don't personally enchant it or anything like that, but I do have some contacts here in the port who are able to do that kind of thing. But yes, all the engraving you can see here and the metalwork, that's mine.
Oh, okay. Because I personally am interested in armor if we are here longer, and I know we also probably will need some potions and other magic things. If there's anyone you recommend as a, trusted friend.
Magic does tend to ship out pretty quickly because, well, we just have a lot of ships that come in and out of port, so it's hard to find items that aren't being sold to, places down along the coast. But honestly, if you go down and talk to one of the harbor masters, they might be able to tell you when shipments come in. Sometimes there are sort of like on-deck sales that are, where you're You're right there when they're dropping off items.
Like a boat side marketplace?
Yes, exactly.
Oh, that sounds lovely. Well, thank you so much. Yes, this will be good. This will be good. Thank you so much for helping
You're
me.
very welcome. Have a lovely afternoon.
You
She
too.
returns to her book.
And Kiara is gonna head to the tavern.
Okay. Barden, you are going to drop off your letters.
Mm-hmm. One for Mountain Sang, one for, and the other is for Siren Silverhawk.
Fantastic. And beloved. Are you paying any extra to send those like safely or enchanted or guarded?
Definitely guarded for sirens. Actually, yeah, for all the letters.
Okay, that'll
know.
be
I gotta get there safe.
Aggressive eye contact.
Siren and Mountain, and where you think, well, where you had last seen or heard beloved would be. It's gonna collectively put you at 6 silver.
Wait, did Kiara put, like, is there an address on Beloved's letter? You're muted.
You're
honey.
muted.
It's whatever Beloved told her to send it to.
Okay, cool. So there is an address. Otherwise,
I
just
see.
like there's just a letter with Beloved
Yeah.
on it, just like
It doesn't just say Beloved on it, no. Because Beloved gave said you could just send
Okay.
letters to insert
tight.
title.
Beloved,
It's been a
didn't
while.
Beloved
but-
say, like, just put my name on it. It'll get to me. Like she's some magic fucking eldritch creature who just...
If that's what she said, it says Beloved, name of town.
yeah. Beloved of the Emerald Isle,
Whatever she said.
That's why that's why she's so like kind of like wealthy looking and shit. It's because her parents have a monopoly on post through the entirety of the continent.
She's a post office
Parents
heiress.
named her Beloved and then bought the name.
Yeah, yeah.
Beloved
Her
TM.
parents are her parents
Beloved
are fucking it's an Amazon equivalent. Like they handle all of the postage, all of the parcels.
Yeah.
It's all Amazon.
Oh my god.
They're the patent and trade.
Anyway, how much is
Bezos,
that?
I knew that motherfucker couldn't be trusted.
Beloved
It's
Bezos.
it's 6 fucking silver. God damn you.
Okay,
All the
okay.
letters.
Okay. But there is actually quite a line at the post office. It takes you
All right.
like people are sending things in and out, and also there's a very weary looking woman in an apron who is like trying to wrestle with these birds. Maybe she's new, so it's just taking like a while
Mood.
to do that.
There's like a moment where Barden's just like to help her. I won't make this easier, so just stays away from the birds.
Amazing. All right, so Kiara, you're heading back to the tavern. Awaish and Tazriel, you've gotten some food. Taz, you've gotten a very delicious ale. It is incredibly foamy. It's like mostly foam, so you would be disappointed if the foam wasn't so good, and it has that tang of alcohol to it where you're like, just like sipping at this foam is getting me,
It sounds super fresh, like fresh.
Okay, but
Yeah.
is it extremely alcoholic? Because Taz wanted a very
Has need a drink.
Is it an Oktoberfest beer like at 13%?
Yeah.
like. am I-
The dwarf will like pour a shot into your ale for you if you.
Yes.
Heinous.
Amazing. The two of you are seated, eating your meal. A bunch of sailors. When the door opens and you see, stepping inside, a pink-skinned tiefling with a mass of curled hair.
No.
You're shitting. Are you serious?
I am absolutely serious.
No.
Did I
I need a
did I
theme for
bring her
her.
into being?
Here she is.
Hey.
She's
My
been
wife.
here the whole
Hey, does that
time.
not
I
seem
knew that was
suspicious
her.
to
I thought-
anyone?
Wait,
No.
did Alex have to keep a straight
my
face? And I was
God.
like, I'm gonna write a letter to Beloved.
Y'all.
Yeah. She's been on the map the entire time.
I knew that was her. I knew it. I was like, wait a second. No way.
It's the druid. It's the
Contrary to popular belief, they don't enjoy being proven right.
I
Does it
love
mean
Kiara
this.
still does
is
not
here.
see how this is a betrayal of anything because Kiara didn't write a letter until now. So
Taz will like look at Oash and like this is
Convenient.
wild, and then wave them over.
Okay,
We gotta know why she's here. She's just showed up in our town and where we are.
Hey, Alex, with
You
my
should-
passive perception, do I notice anything?
give me a second. She steps inside. She doesn't like look towards you or see you. She steps over to the bar and like starts talking to that excited dwarf, waving her hands around very excitedly. And then she does like, you know, scan the room, look around as she's waiting for a drink, and then steps. You see her. She makes eye contact. She looks very surprised, like very surprised to see, especially Oasis. Her eyebrows go up, and she's like,
Oh my god, is this when
and Will
Oash finds
starts-
out that Taz told Beloved their name?
Oh no! Please don't.
and then steps over. You with your passive perception, you did raise it. I will say, you note that Beloved does have a earring in the shape of an eye.
They are even angrier. I noticed this in the art. Later.
Isn't that a siren
Oh.
thing?
Yes.
Oh, what a strange coincidence! I cannot believe it is Tazriel and the mage. I see. Hello, how are you?
Busy.
Fine.
Oh, do not let me interrupt you if you are enjoying a meal. I don't want to impose any kind of company. That is not appreciated.
How about I buy you a drink at the bar later?
You would like to buy me a drink? I could be amenable to that, my dear.
Like to buy you a drink. And flirty Taz has like turned on.
Yes. I would allow you to buy me a drink. That is very kind of you. What brings you here to Lyport? Oh, you said your companions did say you were traveling, I think. That you were leaving the city. So I am also traveling. What an interesting coincidence.
And where are you going, beloved?
Oh, well, I am on a journey. A strange journey.
Question, do I oh fuck me. One, does Taz understand the eye thing? Two, do I see the earring?
You might like note the earring. Give me an intelligence check.
I am a smart boy.
You are a smart boy.
Oh, is that, I think I have a +2 to intelligence. Sorry, 1 second, Alex.
No stress.
I'd put
And
mine on
also,
if it was in hand shot.
Is Awaish wearing it?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's gonna be a 16.
A 16. You do note the earring, and then you glance over at Awaish, and then you glance back, and they're wearing the same earring.
That is an interesting piece of jewelry, beloved.
Oh,
Very well made, it seems.
this?
Yes.
It was a gift from a friend of mine.
And Taz is like not making any eye contact with OH right now and not even looking at them. It's just like, But yes, we were just finishing up a meal. If you will be here a moment after, once.
Well, I cannot stay very long. I am setting off on a journey. My friend is helping me to make arrangements to see a new client down the coast. So very excited.
Well, then I'd love to buy your drink now.
Sure, though I might not be able to finish it. I am supposed to meet someone. But I could always meet you maybe later, or I'm probably not setting off until a day or 2 or 3, depending on how long it takes me to arrange passage. So maybe another night or a little
Yeah.
later.
I think that'll work just fine.
Yes. I would offer to buy your friend here a drink, but I do not think they like me very much.
I don't
Oh.
drink.
I'm so sorry. I should not have made any kind of assumption.
You have a meeting with a friend?
Well, yes, I'm supposed to arrange my passage, so I cannot stay very long. I was just going to grab a little bite before I did.
Do you have anything
Oh.
else to say, Tazriel?
No, I shall see you at a later time.
I am very much looking forward to seeing you again. I have to say, it must be the coast air or something, but you are glowing. you look very nice. I only got to meet you briefly back in 8th Rise. So.
Oh, one more moment. I know that Kiara's sending you a letter. Should that still go where you told her to send it?
Oh, I'm sure it will make its way to me.
Okay.
But I will. Maybe I can go. Has it already been sent? I have some couriers that I.
I'll think about that for a second. Like, I'm like trying to remember when she was doing it, but actually in my head it's like, Barden, did you already send that letter?
With the.
I think you have a mental connection with them, right?
You have a mental connection.
Yeah.
So
I think you
is-
get a minute of. Oh, sorry. You go, Sloan. You just get a minute, and then sort of like, almost an internal. Sorry, I've already sent it.
And then Taz, who looks like he's just been thinking, like, when did they send this off? I think it was sent earlier in the day. Actually, it's probably gone by now.
Oh, maybe I can stop back. Maybe I can stop back by and see if I can intercept or something. That is unfortunate. Maybe if Kiara is traveling with you all, surely she could deliver the message to me in person.
Yeah, I and Taz pauses again, just thinking Kiara, beloved, is in the tavern that we are in right now. I think she could.
Where in
do
the
that.
evening are we? Yeah, like where's Kiara at this point?
Kiara's on her way back.
Oh, wait. I didn't think I had psychic powers to sense when someone was nearby, but maybe. Tell her not to go anywhere, I'm coming.
I think Kiara should be making her way back very shortly, like in the next
30
Well,
minute or 15 at most.
I do probably have to head out, but I will see if I can wave to her as I am exiting.
Kiara literally started running towards the tavern, y'all.
I'm homophobic. Beloved gives a nod and she offers her hand for Tazriel to kiss once again.
Yes, Kiara is going to burst through the door at the first opportunity.
She says, it was very nice to see you again, Oesh. And then she steps away from the table.
Taz doesn't react to that at all. Nope, not a single reaction.
Is Kiara here yet? Is Kiara here yet? Is Kiara here yet?
Beloved steps out of the front of the tavern. You see the door swing and the lights. She like grabs a little bite to eat as she steps out. And then Kiara, you see the tiefling silhouetted with the massive curled hair and the horns and the billowing blouse and the skirt. And tilts her head as you run towards her. Oh.
Hi!
Hello. It's you. It's very nice to see you again. Hello, hello.
You're not following me, right?
No, I promise I am. I promise I am not following you. I am traveling. It is a strange coincidence, nothing more. Lyport, it is a place where many people pass through on different journeys. One of the closest areas to Aetherai to get a ship.
Because Oish is an angry presence that lives in my head, I have to roll an insight check.
You can give an insight check.
I'm up in that brain stem.
You really are. Well, that's a 16 plus 3.
She's lying.
19. Oh.
It's not like an. You just. You it's not. You're not sure what she's lying about. It's not like a this confirmed.
Yeah.
It's not follow. It's just like she kind of brushes it off a little too fast.
Yeah. You see, I'm kind of being chased down and stuff, so I have to know you're not like telling on me to somebody, are you? Because that's really shitty.
I would never. I'm very sorry. That sounds very stressful. I have had certain admirers pursue me past the point of my comfort, and it's very uncomfortable. I promise, if you do not want to see me again, you will not see me again. I do not want to interfere.
I didn't say me that. I'm just saying that if you were
I am glad to hear that.
informing on me to somebody, if you could just stop, that would be great. I'm not saying that you are, but if you are, if you stopped, I wouldn't be mad. You know, everything's great. But it's so good to see you. You know, let's just pretend none of that is happening, because
Yes.
I don't want to deal with that.
I can promise you this. I will tell no one that you are here, and I am not informing on you to anyone. That is not my business. I delight only in offering comfort and allowing people to address their woes. That is all.
Oh, good.
And no risky business.
And Kiara will latch pinkies. Did you see both of them inside?
Yes, your two companions?
Yes.
I was looking for the one with the scar, but I did not see him.
Yes, I mean, it's not surprising. Everybody wants a piece of Matthias. But I think he's otherwise occupied tonight, but
Occupied. How interesting.
For his sake, I really wish it were, but
Oh! Wow. Well, let him know I am in town. And I send my best wishes to him.
Ooh.
A kiss.
He's had a rough day. I'm sure he'll love it.
Well, I am around to help alleviate some of the stress of a rough day, if he is interested.
You know, you are very kind. I will let him know. But I fear I would have to suggest against it because, frankly, I'm a little surprised you walked away from my friends unscathed. I don't know if that would continue to be the truth.
Well, I try my very best to avoid any kind of anxiety or violence. It never suits me. So I put on a smile, and I know when to step out of a conversation when I am not wanted.
It is not me. I'm just trying to protect you.
But there was another person you were traveling with, right?
Yes. She is running some errands, and she should be back soon.
Oh, well, maybe I will step into and encounter her. I will keep an eye out.
Oh, okay. And Kiara can't use the mind connection. Only Taz can, right?
No, Kiara can use it.
Yeah, you can comment back to me, but only to me. You cannot like.
Only to you.
You
Only
can't
to
talk
you.
to Barden,
Yes.
unfortunately.
But I do not think that Beloved will encounter Barden tonight because we have one little thing to happen down at the
Yeah, yeah.
So.
So, yeah, Kiara will.
Sorry, you will. You'll
kiss,
get to.
Kiss, and
Maybe
go
next time.
inside. Yeah.
Okay. All right, and then Beloved makes her way out. You can join the others at the table, and then Barden, when you finish your errand, maybe you catch a glimpse through the crowd of a tiefling, a pink-skinned tiefling, but you do make your way back to the tavern to rejoin with the rest of the party.
Fucking, it's like the fucking line at the DMV. Just
Away.
at least I got those things done.
You got it done.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Awage kind of like stands from the bar and says, I don't know about you, but I need some air. Who Taz?
Who did you? Oh, Taz.
Oh, yes, air. I'll follow you out.
Before they fully exit, while there goes my light. While Kiara is talking to Beloved, Awaish will stop because they are smart and insightful and they don't miss things. And they will touch their earring and say, I don't know what connection you think you've made, but if anything, it makes her less trustworthy.
I don't know what connection. I don't know what connection I've made, but I do know there's something there, and I don't really think she could get less trustworthy than I already see her. I trust very few, even if I could enjoy their company.
That at least is reassuring. And we will head out. I'm guessing we run into
Barden-
Kiara outside. Yeah.
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 And Barden, probably maybe 5 or 10 minutes. The post office is sort of on the same level, so you do can step over and.
Did I manage to find any health potions on the way?
No.
Yeah, she says as
Kiara-
much to Taz.
Kiara. Oh, I got some leads on places we can go for weapons and armor and also other magical things tomorrow.
Nice. Good to know.
So what now? Where are we going? What's happening?
A walk.
Yeah, sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Why not?
Oh,
Okay.
all right. It's just fully like, oh, everyone's coming. Okay, cool.
You suggested it.
Matthias, are you staying in your room? Have you taken a short rest, or what are you up to?
Barden will knock on the door and ask if he wants in.
Oh,
Just thought I'd ask. You know, I know you're resting, but I thought wouldn't be polite not to let you know.
probably talking through the door, and then I'll come and open it.
Hey.
You're going for a walk?
Yeah, just get some air. You know, sea air is meant to be good for you.
Sure. Give me a moment. And go back inside, and then comes back out, and he's got his armor and his gloves on, and he'll follow you. He locks the door behind him as he leaves.
Oh, and as we head out,
Are you-
Alicia will distribute the keys.
Excellent.
When you join the group, Matthias, Kiara will say, "Oh, by the way, Matthias, Beloved is in town and said she is happy to see you if that's something you want."
She's here?
Yes?
How did she get here?
I don't know, but she did promise me she did not tell on me.
Oh, excellent.
But I'm not entirely sure why she's here. She wouldn't tell me why.
Well, I hope I get to see her before we leave.
I think
She
she's.
hopes so too.
I know she's stopping back by at the bar. I offered her a drink, but feel free to join us, or I can leave you to
She'd be
it.
very happy to see you.
We'll see how I'm feeling. Thank you for telling me.
Barden's just like, I just sent the letter. Like, fuck's sake.
It is
Could have just handed it to her.
I know.
strangely good timing.
Isn't it?
What a coincidence.
Oh, wild, right, guys? I can't believe that she's here.
My suspicious gang is growing. Anyway, let's get the docs.
That's what it's on.
Max has always been suspicious. Let's not ignore that. He
still wants to bang, but he's suspicious.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
Oh, hello.
And in your house.
Ooh.
You can make your way down to the docks. There are these sort of like tiered tiers here that are set into the beach. So you can like wander down these staircases, sidewalks. Street lanterns are flickering with candles inside of them. Occasionally there's some oil lanterns that are scattered. City benches. There are little areas that are growing here. Looks like they've maybe been sort of like planted or dug out and then set in. So you have some little flower beds, probably because this is a port owned by a wealthy family. But as you guys head down to the docks, you see that there are a number of boats that are here, and it looks like there is actually one boat. There's a few people that are gathered around it that is just coming into.
Oh.
Which
Where
side
would that
of the
be?
screen?
Left or right?
That is going to be on the right, over here.
Oh god, the boat's moving.
There it is.
Yeah.
But I also get a
This
corn dog
is-
on the way.
Oh yes, Kara also wants a snack on the way because
establishing
she hasn't
corn
had
dogs
food.
in fantasy world.
No.
There are
No.
no corn dogs. You can get
Fuck you, I'll
a.
make one.
You can get a
fries, a
fried
hot
pudding.
dog, and a pancake. You wrap the hot dog
Cyrus's
in the
new
corn
character
pancake.
goal is to invent corn dogs.
There's
Kara's getting
fish
a
on a
crepe.
stick.
Are there crepes? Or
There are
something
crepes.
not?
Oh, so
Okay,
crepes
yeah,
can
Kara
exist, but
wants,
corn
like-
dogs.
Alex's world, there's
Grapes?
gotta be crepes.
Okay, Beloved has a terrible French accent. That is not even a French
That's-
accent.
that's
I am allowed.
Listen,
Okay.
Kiara just wants a vegetarian snack. Is all.
Is
One of
the-
the. Yes.
ahead.
Go ahead. No, you ask first. And then
I was
I'll
gonna ask if there was a name on the side of this ship.
Well, the interesting thing about this ship is that as it is coming into port, the reason that people are standing around and watching it is that it is actually emerging from underneath the waves.
Oh, fuck.
Submarine.
So it emerges from underneath the waves. You see a looming shape, a bulbous glass hole that slides back over the ship as it emerges. And then these strange sort of semi-transparent ruffled sails, I would say almost like a Chinese, an old historical Chinese sailing vessel. These ruffled sails fold out on the back half and the sides of the ship, almost like the wings of one of those fish that Foggy had. You know, like the like sort of wing things on the side and on the top, and reconfigures itself into a sailing ship. As these all slide back, you can see water dripping off of the hull. Emblazoned on the side of it in gold lettering are the words, "The Guild Star."
Awish stops, stares, and then says under her breath, "Motherfucker." But
That's
it's not like
something you see every
upset.
day.
It's shocked.
Did anyone else hear that motherfucker?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Up to you.
that's new for me.
And then they stride forward
is
very
that?
quickly,
Oh,
Just
wait. Oh, wait.
breaking from the group.
I
Oh,
fall
Varden is
behind.
just patting. Varden is just patting Kiara's arm excitedly, like she may have like heard of these things, but probably has never seen one. It's just like, oh my god, that's so cool.
I know what's happening. I've never seen.
It goes under the water. That's incredible.
A figure climbs down from one of these masts. They're sort of like making sure that the hull was sliding back all right, and then steps off of, climbs down a rope ladder onto the deck. This is a short, bluish-green skinned, looks to be maybe a half-elf, hard to tell, with freckles and auburn hair, and begins to tie off some of the ropes around some of the posts.
Awaish looks up, and then you hear a very strange thing. They laugh. And take their staff and slam it into the wood of the dock, casting jump as they leap up onto the deck of the ship.
The elf turns with the sound of a click on the wood and then follows you as you leap up onto the ship. And you see Asar.
She just stares for a second and then says, "You motherfucker, you don't even look older."
You don't look a day older yourself. Oh my god. Oh my god, Sig! Sig! Sig, is that you? Is that really you? Oh my god. Come here, 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 holy shit!
Takes the strides towards him, yeah.
He runs towards you and he wraps you in an embrace and he slams his fists excitedly on your back.
Takes it, grunts a little in pain, but laughs and wraps their arms around him too.
They're here! He shouts that, and more figures emerge onto the deck of the ship. You see the captain, here we are, of this ship. Also not looking, well, I would say looking a bit older, but not that much. This is a dark-skinned, elegant elven woman with a long mass of curled and braided hair, dressed in an almost like circus-esque outfit with these stripes of reds and golds and whites, belts buckled, and a massive feathered hat. A rapier buckled at her side, her arms crossed. Hello. Been a while.
Too long.
I thought we might find you here.
And he said he was sending resources. I didn't know by who.
He thought you might enjoy a blast from the past.
I can think of a few more things I'd enjoy.
I have time.
And then Sig turns back to Asar and kind of like punches him in the shoulder a little bit.
What the fuck was that for?
It didn't even hurt. Lisa,
No,
okay.
it didn't. It didn't hurt. What was that for? I haven't seen you in like...
Maybe the fact that...
dead. Well, I knew you weren't dead. Obviously I knew. I told people you weren't dead.
What?
Well, you were supposed to be dead.
You have incorrect information.
Well, obviously, I mean, look at you. You're right here.
Listen, all right. Yes. I am traveling with a group. Currently. All right, they're down there.
You made new
Okay.
friends.
Asar.
And he starts laughing, and then Drock laughs at him, and a few of the other crew members laugh because he's so excited to see you.
You're sailors.
Well, oh! And Drock says, yes, we're sailors here to make some trades in the port.
Fantastic. I have questions, but
Oh, I have something to show you. Oh my god, this timing is perfect. It's perfect timing. And he's like, he climbs down and he's coming down over to the dock and he's like tying off this last rope, sort of slides down this rope ladder. And he just like rips off this tank top that he's wearing. So you can see he's covered in tattoos. And the rest of you can all see this thing is like leaped up and over. There's all these different characters. Sar is covered in tattoos, these sort of like bioluminescent freckles that he's got as well. This curly, almost like scruffy, not really a mullet, but like, you know, curling down past his pointed ears. And he gestures to the side where you see almost a brand new, like the ink is still shiny, tattoo of a ship that sort of crashed onto this pillar with a tower emerging from it and hovering in the air over the tower and the ship with an arm gestured out, sending lightning striking down to crash through the ship is what looks to be you.
I knew
Your
it.
hair is longer, and you like are dressed in these flowing robes, and it's a very tasteful interpretation because normally, you know, your shirt wouldn't be on, but he's giving you this sort of like low-hanging blouse, and you're just like sparks all around you.
He untitified me. How dare he?
He de-titted you, and he says, "Look, it's your story."
You're the one.
Yeah. What?
You're the one who has been. Fuck you! And it's like no animosity in it, but like the pieces are falling together as to who is telling this story, and they very affectionately give him a punishment, which is pushing him straight into the water.
He flops off of the deck into the water. And
you're the one who has been telling legends about me that make me sound much more powerful than I am.
He like bobs back up and he says, "Hey!" And then there's another sound behind you, and the rest of you guys see someone else slide down a rope off of the ship, and "Hey!" And then you are shoved off the dock behind Asar into the water.
Excuse me?
Oh, someone's going to pay for that. Kiara
Zig
says out loud.
goes from like laughing and excited and happy to like the switch flips, and Asar knows this switch very well, is the one from like having fun, gambling, being in like the taverns kind of thing to like someone has threatened me or my people, and the emotion just turns off completely as they look up, immediately turning to take action against this person, because none of that crew would have done that to them.
No, they would have known. Asar is beside you. He like kind of lifts you up a little. It's very shallow here. I mean, there's space for the boat to land, but like, you know, maybe 20 feet of water, you can get an arm back up onto the dock. And you look up at the figure that shoved you off of the dock. And your heart clenches in your chest because it can't be her. You never knew her this young. A pale, lavender-skinned tiefling with braided dark purple hair, wearing a fine corset and a long black skirt covering her legs. 2 curved horns, a blush to her cheeks, and a scarf tied over her hair.
The anger drops for a moment, and they are frozen just for a second.
Says, "It's not very nice to shove my friend off the dock like that." And Asar says, "Don't worry, they're fine. We're just joking."
And as Asar says, "Don't worry," Awaish springs onto this person, aiming to knock them onto their back and put a knife to their throat.
You knock her over down to the dock, put a knife to her throat, and you realize that it's not her. It's just looks a lot like her.
That wasn't playing around, and I don't know you.
She looks over to Asar, who's also clambered off and is dripping onto the dock, and says, just like your stories.
Who has been telling stories about me?
My mother. And that is where we are going to end today's episode. Thank you so much for joining us.
Wait a damn minute.
Cool.
Wait.
Is she alive? Is she dead? Is she alive? Is she dead?
Wait.
Don't know.
Pause.
It's her daughter.
Where were the rest of us during this whole thing? Like,
You guys saw all of that. You can like, very much engage with everything that
right
just
there.
happened.
did we hear the "you guys are sailors" part? I'm so confused.
Oh, no,
No,
that
Wish
was
made
up on
sure
the
that
deck.
that was quiet.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. I was so confused. I was like, wait, where are we? Oh my god!
This tires.
Help me.
We're just watching Sig almost kill yet another person.
We're used to this at this point.
Yes.
Yeah. Kiara's still
Thank you
eating
guys.
her grape.
All right. We have. I want to make sure we've been playing for 4 hours. I want to make sure we get to wrap. So, thank you all so much for watching. I know that was a very long episode. That was our 20th episode, which is so exciting.
Yeah,
We're
boy.
really hyped. Woo! Big shout out to Soundtail for our music, to One More Multiverse for the map making software that we use. If you want to check out more of One More Multiverse or join the community of fans over there who support us, you can go to discord.gg/multiverse. We also have a channel for talking about Strange Hungers over there in their Discord, and we run some workshops and stuff on the Discord that are related to Strange Hungers. Another big shout out to Tragedy of Theologian. That's the other stream here on ongoing campaign here on Total Party Kiss is at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. And you can also check out past episodes of campaigns and long shots here on Total Party Kiss on our YouTube, youtube.com/Total Party Kiss. Follow us for updates on our Twitter and Instagram, same handle. And anything else I should add before we wrap?
To stay tuned for our announcement for more Total Party Kiss content.
Yes, we have an announcement that's coming out this afternoon on our Twitter and our Instagram, so stay tuned. It's very exciting.
All right.
See you all later.
We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.